AI! The Somnium files. Here we are again. I've noticed that this game doesn't have an anime intro like the other one. I'm not saying it's a bad thing though. We had to skip the anime intro of the Zero Escape games because they were like spoilers. So I feel like it's probably better this way. Anyway, I have a score. Oh. Was she crying at some point? I had to carry her back. I don't remember her crying. Anyway, I escorted Iris back at her place, and we're now meeting with her mom, which honestly looks maybe a couple of years older than Iris, but you know, anime rules. That's the mom. I did examine everything around the house. This is the house that we have seen in that weird dream sequence. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else to explore. We just have to talk to these two. I don't remember my line of questioning though. My log is empty. About the flower. You were saying? Seems like a good option here. You seem to be doing well now. May I ask how old you are? Ooh. So, how are you feeling? What were you saying?
Mr. Date, please drink your tea. It's getting cold.
Oh, right.
We haven't even touched our cups.
Well then, let's have a sip.
Did I just skip a bunch of dialogue?
Are you left-handed?
Oh,
Mom used to be right-handed. But now...
What? Is that a dead hand?
it locked up on me.
Ah, I see.
Oh boy. Okay, so we had tea. So, where do you work?
I'm a teacher at the local elementary school.
Right.
The teacher. Must be a tough job.
Oh, not for me. I love children. Even the struggles and challenges are quite rewarding for me.
Alright. So, how old are you though, really? It's very rude.
I'm 37.
Okay. Wait, 37? 37? So, how old is that kid? She said she's like 18? No. Yes, 18, she said. I mean, I guess that's why they seem like she seemed very young, and yeah, it works out. But she must have had her at like 19 years old. So very, very young, but you know, it can work. However, we had the suspicion that she is a little older than she's saying, so I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head. And the accident happened 6 years ago, so she must have been like 31. Although she looked much, much younger when she was on the floor, bleeding. But, you know, it was also sort of hard to tell.
And Miss Iris here is 18?
Yup.
You were very young when you had her.
Yes, just 19 years old.
What about your husband?
I'm glad I've done all that math for nothing. I should just follow the conversation. So no husband in the picture? No. Okay.
I don't have one.
Right.
Divorce?
We're the true detectives, exactly.
Mr. Date, please.
Sorry.
It's all right, Iris. I've never been married.
A single mother.
Yes.
But there was a man in this house, we know that. About Renju Okira. Who's Renju again? Hang on. Let me check the flowchart, by the way. Begin investigation. Reopen investigation. What is this? Case file. Huh. Interesting. Go back. What I wanted to see is the files. The person's files. Renju. Who's Renju? Oh, this guy. Alright. He's also 37. Coincidentally. His entertainment company and maid cafe manager. He likes unusual things and he dislikes ordinary things. That's very vague. Hobbies, work. Okay. Psycho. Skills, enjoys songwriting. Renju manages the entertainment office Lemniscate and a maid cafe called Sunfish Pocket. He's the ex-husband of Shoko Nadami and Mizuki's father. He's been Date's close friend for 5 years. So that's right after I've lost my memories. Okay. Interesting. Alright. So, do you know Renji Okira?
By the way, I heard that you were friends with the president of Lemniscate, Mr. Okiura.
Mm-hmm.
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High.
Ah, okay, that checks out. You're the same age.
We've known each other for 20 years now.
Eitoku High.
What's that?
You know it?
I know everything on the internet.
Of course. Care to tell me more? Do you know Renju's ex-wife?
Yes, I do.
You do?
But I only met her twice.
Hmm.
Once at Renju's wedding, and then again just a few months ago. Why do you ask?
Well, she's dead.
No reason.
Goodbye, hang on. Okay. You seem to be doing well now.
Yeah, thanks to you. I feel as tough as a lion. Rawr!
Alright. Dot, yeah, my response as well.
How am I supposed to react to that?
Don't think about it. You'll only hurt yourself.
Good call, Iris. So about those flowers. Iris was hinting about the flowers blooming behind her. I can't ask anything else. That's so weird that that's an option that I can still select. I was hinting about the flowers blooming behind her, but it doesn't allow me to do more. Is this gonna be like a second playthrough sort of thing? Anyway, I have to go.
I think it's time for me to be heading home.
One of those meta progression things, you know? I stood and headed for the door. Iris and he told me stood politely.
Mr. Date, we'll see each other again, right?
Sure, do you have more stuff to blackmail me with?
You sure you want that? I'm a cop after all. If you ever see me again, it probably won't be under the best of circumstances.
Oh.
But because you're Mizuki's friend, yeah, we might see each other again. She is kind of like my roommate after all.
Kinda like my roommate.
What?
Anyway, be seeing you.
What? Dropping that bombshell and then leaving. Other hand.
Excuse me.
Idiot.
Well, I should head home.
All right. Take care, Date.
Hmm. Man, we have advanced
Date,
AIs,
let's go over the facts of the case.
but we don't have self-driving cars. Come on now. Smart, he was checking to see if she's telling the truth. I don't think so. But that's, you know, let's go with that one.
Good idea.
Okay, let's see the facts of the case. The glove box.
Do you hide your risque reading material in there, Date?
I'm sorry, my what?
Not at all. Why would I hide them there?
Oh, so you do have them. You do have some risque reading material, whatever that means. The center console and the dashboard.
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 Right, the wheel. Okay, so... allow me to introduce myself.
Hi, my name is Kaname Date. Nice to meet you. What? Date? I have the same name. What a coincidence.
He's talking to himself again.
Perhaps he's had too much medication.
Now, who is this handsome gentleman? Oh, it's me. Let's play a game with
Hey,
myself.
me? Want to play a game? Sure, let's play I Spy. I spy something round. My eyeball. Correct. I win.
I will terminate you.
Wait, you can do that?
Don't push yourself, Date. No, I'm fine, Date.
You do not appear to be fine.
No, you really don't. Okay, here's the thing though. I can see myself through Aiba. Oh, because Aiba is in the wheel. I just realized. What the fuck? Did I slot my eyeball in the wheel? Ew. What? Alright. Aiba is fitted into the center of the wheel. And I guess I can talk to Aiba this way. So, let's hear the timeline first.
Aiba, can you give me a timeline of the events of the crime?
At once.
Okay, approximately 5 p.m.
I wonder who
Shoko's
sent that Nile message to Mizuki.
TOD. What's TOD? Time of death, I suppose. We don't know when, but Mizuki, the daughter, received a Nile message. Nile is that social media sort of messaging application. Unknown sender requests to come to Bloom Park. At 8:10 p.m., Mizuki calls Ota, asking him to accompany her to Bloom Park. At 9 p.m., Mizuki and Ota discover Shoko's corpse. Ota leaves Mizuki and flees the crime scene. At 9:05, Ota reports the crime via a payphone. At 9:30, first responders arrive on the scene, discover Shoko's corpses, and at 10:50, we arrive at the scene. A good 5 to 6 hours later. We don't know where Shoko was before then. We don't know anything about her last, day.
Probably the culprit themselves.
Also, Why would the culprit send a message to Mizuki to go to Bloom Park? Were they expecting her to be alone and they wanted to kill her as well? Also, if it's a messaging application, shouldn't they know Mizuki? Isn't it like somebody that knows Mizuki, probably?
But Mizuki wouldn't obey the instructions of a complete stranger.
Then Mizuki knew the sender.
See?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Or the suspect used her friend's phone.
Iba, can you hack into the phone and find out who sent the Nile message?
Nile's security protocols are intricate. It will take time to decipher.
Alright. Well, do it. About the corpse.
The estimated time of death is yesterday, Friday, around 5 p.m.
So she was tied. The bleeding around the eye, they said it means that she, the eye was removed when she was still alive. Why would they remove the left eye though? Again, my theory is that they needed some sort of biometric. Unless she had an eyeball like Iba, but like, this is like an experimental thing that they gave to me. This seems to be unique to me and not like a technology that everyone has, right? So the only other reason is like having some sort of biometric access to the company she was working for. Also, no blood around the carousel means that she was killed somewhere else and then transported there and tied up. So why would they do that? Why would they tie her up and put it on display? Only to show it to Mizuko?
The cause of death is blood loss from multiple stab wounds to the torso. The weapon used to commit the murder is almost certainly the ice
Mizuki.
pick Mizuki was holding when we discovered her. There were no fingerprints, hair, or other clues left behind by the culprit.
However, according to the account of Oda, the ice pick was in the eye socket when they found the body, right? So when he ran away, Mizuki grabbed the ice pick, took it off her mom, and then she hid in the column. My guess is she probably heard someone. And she thought of using the ice pick as a self-defense. So she grabbed it and hid. That's my theory.
The corpse was found tied up on one of the horses of the merry-go-round. This makes it clear that the killer had no intention of hiding their crime.
Yeah,
Rather, it appears as though it was displayed deliberately.
exactly what we said.
Our perp wants the limelight.
Or is attempting to send some kind of message.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, She was meant to be found that way, and specifically by Mizuki.
The corpse was found with her left eye removed. That eyeball has yet to be found. According to Iris's testimony,
If it's not like a biometric thing, then it's like a trophy. If this is a killer, like a serial killer or something, that could be a trophy.
when Ota first discovered the body, the ice pick was still lodged in the left eye socket.
So why did Mizuki have the ice pick? Could she have taken the eye?
About the bloodstains.
When we arrived on the scene, there was no blood on the horse the body was mounted upon.
Which means the merry-go-round wasn't the murder scene. Shoko was killed somewhere else and then brought there to be displayed.
Yeah. Which
That means Mizuki couldn't have done it.
which sort of it would be sort of consistent with the serial killer theory, because serial killers usually are organized and they do it when they know they can get away with it. So either they had a murder kit. Most serial killers actually have murder kits in their cars or something like that, or the killer had a kill room like specifically made to kill people. But it's sort of unlikely, because how do you lure someone like Shoko to a kill room unless you know her.
She's 12. She can't move a body or drive a car.
Were you considering her a suspect?
That's part of the job. If there's even the slightest possibility.
I don't think it's the
Then
kid.
this is good news. It means the likelihood of Mizuki being the killer is almost zero.
I knew that from the start. She would never put her hands on her own mother. She doesn't have what it takes to commit murder.
Why was Mizuki inside the column? Here we go.
Perhaps she was playing hide and seek.
Hide and seek?
It was not a serious suggestion. I was merely joking, as you call it.
But she was hiding.
Yes, as a matter of fact. I checked the surveillance cameras around Bloom Park again,
Right. Let me guess. Feed deleted.
and I noticed something strange.
Something strange?
There were no cars.
No cars.
Yesterday, in the parking lot and the streets in the vicinity, there was not a single vehicle.
Hmm.
Are you sure?
I am.
Then, how did the suspect move the corpse?
Interesting.
I have no idea.
Very interesting. Police headquarters, Saturday, 4:26 p.m. Our day is almost over. Hey, boss.
Welcome back. I brought her here after her examination was over.
Oh. Hey.
Mizuki. Has she said anything?
No, still can't talk.
Traumatized, huh?
Was it okay for you to bring her here?
I got permission from the hospital.
Right.
Apparently, the hospital director has been poking a few of the nurses.
Uh-huh.
So I asked him about that, and all of a sudden he seemed very open to the idea.
Right.
That's not permission, it's blackmail.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know what you need to do now, right?
I know. I need to enter her dreams, probably.
Sync with her.
Oh god, here we go. Oh, we have a proper machine for that. Oh, that's cool. That's a super villain. That's the guy. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if it turns out that he's the killer and everything, like the bad guy of the entire game. All right, what do we have here? A locker.
Searching. Classic. Alternative. Progressive.
That's rock.
Okay. A long table.
Interesting. This kind of furniture is often used for pile drivers in professional wrestling.
Okay.
Now where on earth did you learn that?
What? Various things on the table. I see only three, like, what are those, like PCs? Monitors. Strange strings of characters and figures scroll across the monitor. Uh-huh. There's nothing on the monitor. Right. CRT.
Date, look! It's the girl from that horror movie, coming out of the well!
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh no. It's the Ringu. A CRT monitor, no one crawled out of it yet. A steel shelf, I opened it up. It's completely packed with books. They're all homoerotic, BL, manga, and gay romance novel. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Interesting, Peter. Interesting. Uh-huh. That's not what I was expecting when I examined the steel shelf. Boys love is BL. There's Greyfos coming out at the right time, you know, with the real knowledge. I'm not even gonna ask how do you know that. That's up, you know. I respect your privacy, Greg. Don't worry. That's the exit. I like that I examined a door and they call it the exit. All right. Chairs. Just a chair. All right. What's this side? Binders. A binder full of papers. It looks like the manual for the sync machine. All right. The door to the sync room. Oh, I can actually examine the entire room. The sync machine. There's an enormous machine beyond the window. This machine is known as a sync machine. Alright. Mizuki is over there. My boss is here. And the pewter guy. Hey, how's Mizuki doing?
Her vitals are stable. Her EEG is also stable. I think we can proceed.
Okay. You sure this is okay?
She's only 12. You sure this is okay?
The machine is safe. I can guarantee that.
I mean...
You have nothing to worry about.
Okay, now I'm fully worried. That's Pewter. His real name is Amanoma, but he goes by Pewter here. 36. He's a member of Abyss, like me. He's a genius engineer that designed the sync system and other machines. He also invented Aiba. He's a caretaker in a way.
Hey, Pewter? About Aiba. Could you do something about her personality?
Do something about it?
It wouldn't kill her to be more modest. Maybe a little more ladylike?
If you dare reprogram me, I will self-destruct in your eye socket.
Okay then.
Huh. So you were listening, huh?
Yeah. My eyeball is a freaking perv. She's spying on me all the time. Hey, boss. Did you get Renju's permission?
Renju Okiura is Mizuki's legal guardian. Did you get permission from him?
I couldn't get in touch with him.
So this is like completely illegal what we're doing right now.
What? I thought he was being questioned by a local unit.
His questioning ended around noon. He hasn't been heard from since.
Why would he...
I don't know.
Bad sign. Are you sure you want to do this?
If we don't do it now, then when? This is exactly the kind of situation Abyss was founded for. Besides, if you dive into Mizuki's subconscious, you may be able to help her. Her aphonia is psychogenic.
Oh, sorry. Oh, right.
Physically, she's fine. Her injuries are mental.
Aphonia, she can't speak. Just, yeah.
Which is understandable after seeing her mother like that.
Yeah.
You may be able to heal her, Date. You just have to sync with her.
Right.
You're the only one who can.
I'm the only one who can. Boss is watching Mizuki through the glass. Alright, any progress on the investigation on your side?
You're asking me that now? I'm asking you to sync with Mizuki because we have no progress.
Okay, it's just so we're
Maybe
on the same
Mizuki
page,
saw
you know?
something at the scene. Maybe she went inside that merry-go-round to hide. But she isn't answering any question. The only way to find out is to dive into her subconscious mind. Don't you agree?
I mean, that is the fast way. I would say that maybe with some therapy and like a few days, it would be equally possible. But at the same time, we don't have that kind of time, I suppose. She can't hear me from here. Alright, so how do I... I'm ready.
We are ready to begin.
Date, go to the sync room.
Got it.
Okay.
Agent Date, Mizuki is reacting. Her heart rate is rising and her brainwaves are showing signs of disturbance. She may be getting nervous about the procedure.
Date, try to calm her down.
How do I do that?
It's true that she can't speak to you,
She can listen.
but she can hear you. Try talking with her.
She's not brain dead, you know, Date.
Sure thing, boss.
She's just a little traumatized. Hang on, let me walk. Oh, hey guys. Hi. boss is watching us through the glass. Peter is also watching me through the glass. Sync machine. Anything weird around here? Bunch of cables. I think I saw something green for. Oh, the sync chair. The person sitting here does the syncing. All right.
Why are you talking to me right now?
Agent Date, please. Mizuki needs you.
All right, I get it. Jesus Christ, you guys. What was in such a hurry? So here's what's going to happen.
I'm gonna be inside your head. I'll be looking for clues about the culprit.
Not only that, we will also attempt to discover the cause of Mizuki's muteness and rectify it. With her aphonia cured, we can ask her further questions directly.
So about Abyss.
Mizuki, I've never told you this, but I'm not an ordinary policeman. I belong to a special investigation unit called Abyss. Advanced Brain Investigation Squad.
Yeah.
We explore the human mind with state-of-the-art technology and research.
God, I'd like to do that. That is our purpose, he said. Not really saying it though.
There are a billion kinds of suspects and persons of interest out there. People that lie, people that don't say anything, people that have head injuries, or some that have deep mental wounds that keep them from talking. So, how do we get clues from these people? We have to get inside their heads. The truth is in their minds. Our job is to find it.
Easy. But the gear though, don't be scared. That's just like fancy
I know
machine.
it looks scary, but trust me, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's no pain, no side effects. When this is all over, you'll go back to your regular life like this never happened.
Mizuki's lying on the chair.
Sinking is what we call diving into someone's subconscious mind.
Right.
You sink deep down into their psyches, and you synchronize with their true selves.
Hey, that's actually a fairly decent brain. There's one the fissure, there's the other one right there. Should be one here-ish, yeah. That's the one. That's the one separating the parietal lobe to the temporal lobe. Like nothing happens, so you're saying it wipes your memory? Shh, we don't tell her that.
People like me are called sinkers. Sinkers enter the subject's subconscious, which is a dreamlike state we call somnium.
How many sinkers do you think are out there?
It's Latin for dream. There are 6 sinkers at Abyss.
Right. Thank you for answering that. I feel like every time I ask a question, this game answers.
I'm one of them. Hey, Mizuki. When this is all over, what should I say?
When this is all over, let's go to get some sushi. Let's go get some ramen. Let's go get some unagi. Let's go get some of that stew you like. Hang on. Hold it right there. She likes ramen, stew, unagi. Okay. So almost all of those things. She doesn't like sushi though. So these 3 are possibly good. Let's go get some unagi.
I remember you saying how you liked watching the eels get prepared for cooking. How they pin the head to the board and the shaft is wriggling around.
I'm sorry.
Date.
That time, I honestly didn't mean it to sound dirty. Oops. I should wash my mouth around Mizuki.
Date, her heart rate is steadying.
Okay, good.
EEG is stable.
Date, get into position. Let's
Alright,
begin.
that somehow
and
worked.
Special Agent, I forgot to mention one thing.
Oh yeah? What's that?
I added a new feature to the sync system.
Oh god, here we go.
A new feature.
You'll learn more when you're synced. It's very useful.
Oh yeah, sure. Don't tell me what the feature is before I go in.
Sure, got it.
Totally unprofessional. Jesus. Oh, what the fuck happened? So, how does it work?
Date, you ready?
It's like a VR headset.
Okay, ready anytime.
Remember, Date, you have only 6 minutes in the Somnium world.
I'm sorry, what?
Any longer, and your consciousness will be absorbed by the subjects.
Yeah, I know.
What?
I'll find a lead and get out in under 6 minutes.
Oh god, I'm timed. Oh god.
We're
oh
counting on
fuck.
you.
Oh shit.
Well then, let's begin.
I'm timed. I'm actually timed. I don't like it. I'm going in. God, I don't. That means I don't have time to examine everything I want to. All right. Is this a carousel? What is this place?
What was that?
Nothing. I was merely trying to enter the scene like a cybernetic assassin from the future.
Oh my god.
Well, if you're trying to do that, you'd have to do it naked. Is this Bloom Park?
I mean, that's a Terminator reference, I suppose.
Lightning in a birdcage.
Interesting.
Maybe this is representative of Mizuki's state of mind.
The fact that Shoko was killed here must weigh heavily on Mizuki's heart.
Mizuki should be inside that column.
To get the information we need, we will have to deal with the lightning and the cage and get to Mizuki.
Move fast, or time is going to run out.
Unnecessary. Look around.
Look around?
This is the new feature of Sync that Pewter mentioned.
You can stop time?
Oh, really? Oh, that's easy then.
Only when standing still.
Oh,
Time is moving incredibly slowly.
right.
Currently, you and I are transmitting information at high speed, so it only appears as though time has stopped. Are you familiar with the concept of time dilation?
It has to do with relativity, right? Two people can experience time differently depending on space-time.
This is similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
The flow of time in Somnium is different than the real world.
Of course.
This could be useful. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes, right? But with this, you could take your time and explore.
Let's get started.
Oh, thanks.
Somnium
God
scan!
for that.
Activate!
Whoa. Whoa. Mental lock number 1. Okay. Mental lock number 2, the cage. So one was the lightning, the other's the cage. Mental lock number 3 is the gate. Okay. Heal Mizuki's heart. Mizuki is mute. By healing her mental wounds, you may be able to get important info. Sinking in the pain.
To reach Mizuki, something must be done about the lightning that keeps striking the birdcage.
Ah, I think it's spinning fast, huh?
Lightning's supposed to strike at the highest point.
Oh my god, the horses are...
An ice pick piercing Shoko's photograph.
Oh god. Look at the horses.
Iba, the speaker over there. It's shaking.
I see. It must be connected to the ice pick.
Right, but
What
why?
do we do here?
What do we do here?
Healing Mizuki should be your top priority.
Right.
I know.
There is a 6-minute time limit in Somnia. Time is experienced whenever Aiba is moving or performing an action. Oh, performing... Pay attention to the remaining time left in the upper right of the screen. Unlock all mental locks within the time limit. Okay. Do we have a photo? We have the cage and the pillar. Okay.
An ice pick stabbed into Shoko's photograph.
Push in or pull out. That's 20 seconds. That's 10 seconds. Push it deeper in.
Date, are you certain? Will this heal Mizuki?
I don't know. Just try it.
Understood.
She can't do it.
No good, huh?
Mizuki is still a child. The solution may—
Simple, maybe. But this is a dream. Not everything goes how you expect.
Right. So we wasted... Did we waste 10 seconds? We did.
Shoko's photograph has an—
Alright. You have to pull it out.
Right. No one would want to see their mother like this. It keeps going. What is this?
Something happened over there.
Okay, so now that is catching the lightning. Okay.
The pillar became a lightning rod.
It looks like we can get to the birdcage now.
Our next step must be to remove it.
Right.
Date, we got a timey.
What?
A timey?
Time induction matter in encephalon.
Of course. How could I forget about the time induction matter in encephalon?
You can think of it as an item that affects the flow of time. Using this, you can slow down or speed up time in Somnium.
Is this another function Pewter added?
Correct.
Sounds like a dream.
Well, it is a dream. And because it is a dream, extraordinary things such as this are possible.
Got it. Guess I'll try to use them where I can.
Time is items that affect time. You will sometimes obtain them when you perform an action. Time is only affect the time taken to perform an action. You are only able to hold 3 timies. Picking up a timey when you already hold 3 will replace one. Timies are expended after one use, but use them as often as you can. Okay. Fair enough. We have 1 timey. So in these places, isn't is there like a secret, right? The eyeball thingy?
The entrance gate.
Open it.
We'll need more than a little force to open this. This gate is as solid as my virtue.
I don't know how solid your...
Shit, 10 seconds. Okay. Get to the microphone.
This appears to be the microphone for the speaker.
Threaten, shout. "25 seconds, but if I use a timey, it's gonna say 12 seconds.
Listen up, miscreant. I know you're hiding in there. Throw down your weapon and come out with your hands up.
Nothing happened.
Your parents would be very disappointed in you. You can fix this. You have so much to live for. You can't give up hope now.
You're having fun, aren't you?
Shit. Oh, I
Agent
got...
Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Panda pieces.
The panda is in awful shape.
Put it back together. Using a timey.
Leave it to me. I am quite skilled at this.
They broke the panda right? They did. The fuck did she do?
Or at least, I thought I was.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
I've lost like a bunch of time.
The panda is in...
I can kick it.
Ha!
Whoa!
Did the merry-go-round move as well?
Is there a connection there?
I need to find the secret eyeball. Is this? Oh my god,
What
I
is
found
this?
it. Day 2 Mizuki be acquired. Okay. I got it. Nice.
The panda is in awful shape.
Kick it again? No. Get into the control room?
The control room of the merry-go-round lifted out of the ground.
Knock. Hello?
Hello? Are you open?
One adult and one child, please.
I am not a child.
Well...
Any open seats will do. Anything in the back is fine. No response. There must not be anyone inside.
So, is it safe to enter?
Should be.
The control room of the...
Go in.
What is your plan once I am inside?
I don't fucking know.
It is a control room. Maybe we can do something in there.
I do not think it will be that easy.
Just try it.
Okay. What the heck did I
I
do?
didn't expect to see this inside.
I do not see an exit either.
But there's something suspicious here.
What?
I see 2 bird cages.
Looks like there's something inside them. Take a look.
This is time. Can I
Agent
enhance?
Date, you've got 4 minutes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I can press F2 and retry. What's this? A broken picture.
A bird cage. There are ripped pieces of paper inside.
Click inside. Lift is an entire minute. Click inside.
Let's see.
What is it?
It looks like a picture of something.
It's a childhood picture. She was here during her childhood.
Picture.
What about the other one?
A bird cage with blown up rubbers inside. There is also a deflated rubber on the floor.
Why do you call it a rubber?
Could you please not call it a rubber? You can say balloon.
I do not understand. It is clearly rubber.
Please.
Why is this 30? Time to 30. Oh, so whatever is the action, it's gonna take only 30 seconds. I think we want to use it for this.
This'll be easy.
Glad to hear it.
Jesus Christ.
What? But it was so heavy.
Did you see that? There's 2 different paths to unlock the mental lock number 3. So now we choose one.
But nothing happened.
Oh? What is this?
A deflated balloon.
Take it. Retry will allow you to return to a save point just after unlocking a mental lock. You only have 3 retries. Going back 1 lock costs 1. Going back 2 costs 2. Going back 3 locks will cost all 3. You regain your 3 retries by selecting restart from the menu or by failing the sync. This is likely your best option if time is low.
A deflated rubber.
I told you, please call it a balloon.
What are you getting so worked up about?
Blow it up. Eat. Eat the balloon. Why? Why would you eat that? Sure. Sure, why not?
What?
Yeah, you can put it in your mouth, chew it, and then blow it up like bubblegum.
I could blow it up normally.
She hated that.
It's a deflated balloon.
Alright.
Understood.
It's huge.
Wink.
I wish your boobs were that big.
Oh. What the fuck is wrong with my character?
Are you serious? Those are obscenely large for a human. Well, I suppose I am not technically human.
So...
Date, please, be quiet.
I'm not. This is happening inside the mind of a 12 years old, by the way. Bloody hell.
You were able to get out?
Perhaps the balloon was the key.
I remember now. A story I heard from Mizuki a while back. One time when Mizuki was just a little girl, Shoko bought her a balloon. It was one of the nice helium ones. But the string slipped through her hand. The balloon sailed up into the sky. Shoko snapped. She scolded Mizuki for hours. Maybe that's why Mizuki put the balloons inside the birdcage. That's why they could never fly away again. But I guess eye by eye made her relieve a painful memory. Relieve.
Alright, now that the birdcage is off, let's get Mizuki.
Do you not see the horses spinning at hurricane speeds?
If you stop time, you can go in, right?
But I cannot stop time while I'm moving.
Oh, right. Guess we gotta figure out how to stop it from spinning.
The panda head, obviously.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
The panda is floating.
Kick away where slap down. I mean, we could kick it away in only 10 seconds, technically.
All right. Yeah! What is this?
Whoopsie. Was Mizuki in there?
Merry-go-rounds can fly?
Date, over there.
Oh no, we actually left just a girl here.
Iris? Why?
Iris? What the fuck are those cuts?
Why is Iris...
She appears to be frozen.
What the hell is going on? What is this?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Why do you never keep quiet? Is this fun for you? Giving your mother a hard time?
That hurts! That hurts! Please stop! I'm sorry!
Why are you here?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
If you weren't here, everything would be fine.
I'm sorry!
Apologizing means nothing. Say something. Don't make me into the bad guy.
But...
What's that look, huh?
Ow! I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
What the fuck is going on here?
It's all your fault. You. I wish you had never been born.
Whoa, Shoko, jeez.
Mizuki's voice. The other voice is likely...
Damn. What's going on here? Aiba, look out!
What?
It's coming down.
I was about to become a pancake.
Good thing this isn't a bed and breakfast.
That frozen iris does intrigue me. But Mizuki first.
Let's get to Mizuki while the merry-go-round is stopped.
If you choose the correct answer as your final action, you can actually exceed the 360-second time limit. Even if it seems like you don't have a lot of time left, don't give up. You might be able to do it. If you just sleep talking, more than 1 second when you clear, you get a prize? No, boss, anything but that. So if we finish on time, we have like... we get a prize? Alright.
It's Mizuki.
Give a present, break the glass, encourage, speak kindly. Give a do we have a present to give to her? What's on the horse here?
A merry-go-round horse.
Spank, talk, or ride? I mean, part of me wants to spank the horse, but at the same time, I don't know what would that do. I'll talk to the horse.
Excuse me, but do you happen to know the culprit? I see.
Did you learn something?
I did. Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Well?
This horse cannot speak English. A merry-go-round.
I'm gonna spank the horse.
Yeah!
You punched it?
Nothing is happening.
Poor horse.
Shit.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry!
Alright,
It's
alright.
Mizuki.
Now I got all the good ones, you see? So we can do the 51 in 12 seconds. I think we're gonna do that.
A gift? Oh, that might work.
Did I just-
Mizuki, now you can have a taste of the merry-go-round every day of your life.
Are you fucking serious right now? I'm giving her a skewered horse. That's like...
It will also improve your health.
That's your gift?
It's Mizuki.
Yes, it is. Let's speak to her kindly.
Mizuki, can you hear me? We will protect you, Mizuki. We will always be there for you. So, it's all right now.
Seems to be working.
Hey, do you think we can use that speaker? Maybe she needs to hear her mother's voice.
Ooh, bad idea.
Mizuki. Mom loves you, Mizuki. I love you. I am so glad that you were born.
Okay, this...
So glad.
that was a good idea. The horses are stopping. The rain is stopping.
Hey, do you hear something?
There's a phone.
Is that a phone ringing?
Where's it coming from?
Date, don't! You can't stay any longer!
I mean, we have 2 minutes, don't we? Oh, well, we're going out, apparently. We healed Mizuki with Shoko's voice. We got Mizuki A acquired as well, because of the time remaining. We had more than a minute. I had time to look for the freaking cell phone. Interesting though. Hey kid, you okay?
Are you okay? Mizuki.
She can't speak?
She hasn't been healed. She's still traumatized.
Hmm. Damn. Did I screw up
Iba,
then?
call Iris's phone. It's urgent.
Why the rush?
Please, just call.
Hello?
This is Kaname Tate from the MPD. I met you earlier today.
Oh, Date. Is something wrong?
Where are you right now?
I'm at home.
Okay, don't go anywhere. Lock the door and stay at home.
Can you tell me why?
Who cares why? This is a direct order from the police.
You mean a personal order?
Okay. But if I do, will you play Shovel Forge with me tomorrow?
Minecraft, you mean? Sure.
No.
Then go on a date with me.
A date?
No.
If you promise me we'll go on a date, I'll stay home and not say a peep. If you don't promise me, then...
I would rather play Shovel Forge.
I'll wander around the city dragging a heavy suitcase.
Alright, understood.
Understood?
Great! Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Fine. Just don't go outside, okay? If anything happens, call me immediately. My number is...
I have it in my history. See ya!
I feel like I've just
What
been...
was that? A phone call?
It's nothing.
I've been tricked here. A monitor turned off. A different string of characters number continue to scroll on the monitor. There's a banner. There's a picture of a macho-looking men in loincloths with roses in their mouths. Okay. Uh-huh. Sync machine. Go to the sync room.
Today is Saturday. No reaction drama should be broadcasting soon.
Oh shit.
First, no, it won't. Second, that's not even a TV.
Oh. I'm at a shelf. More tables.
This brings me back. Date and I used to make love on this table.
I'm sorry, what?
We did not! We just poured salmon roe and seaweed salad all over each other.
Wait, what?
That sounds even more kinky.
What the fuck? Many objects are scattered on the table. What is going on in this game? I'm scared. Locker.
Hey, Date. Remember that time you were blackout drunk? You thought that locker was a urinal?
Please don't remind me.
A locker in the corner. Apparently I peed into that one. Are these like... If this was the real police, I would not trust them, you know? Boss is watching Mizuki with a compassionate gaze. He's standing with his hands in his pocket. So... What's Somnium?
In a normal dream, the person experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However, the circumstances are slightly different during a sync. The syncer dives into the subject's mind and experiences their subconscious thoughts. But this dream is experienced as an observer, as though you were watching a play. The subject is the author, director, and actor. The syncer is merely the audience.
We can interact with things though.
Ah, the corpse you saw in Somnium. You're wondering if that was some kind of vision of the future.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, let's see. As a man of science, I don't believe in such
Those
things.
stab wounds, aren't they?
Prophecies and the like. However, if it was a prophecy, I would suggest the girl wears some kind of metal plate.
Huh?
You saw her. She was stabbed countless times in the back. She could have used some stab-proof armor or something.
A Kevlar vest?
Just indulging in the fantasy of real-life prophecies. Don't mind me. Anyway, prophecies are simply not possible.
True.
You see?
What about the ringtone?
I know about the ringtone you heard.
But I couldn't tell where it was coming from.
Did Mizuki actually hear that? Or was it just a dream? Or her imagination?
That's what I'm trying to find out. Can you analyze the sound or something?
Unfortunately not.
Then what use are you to me, Peter?
No need to report specifics. We saw it all from here in the control room. What the Sinker sees in Somnium is projected here, remember? We've got it all recorded.
Right.
Isn't it incredible? I invented it.
So we know about everything you saw. The phone, the frozen corpse.
The boob talk with my AI girl. Alright. Do you believe in prophetic dreams?
Where is this coming from? Oh, I see. This is about the body you saw in Mizuki's Somnium. Her name is Iris Sagan, the girl you went to Bloom Park with today.
How do you know that?
Iba told me.
It is one of my duties to deliver regular investigation reports.
Right.
Prophecies, huh? That's why you called Iris. But, Date, come on.
I know, a dream is just a dream. Doesn't necessarily have anything to do with reality. But still, I just have this gut feeling.
Date, are you alright? Perhaps the sink is causing negative side effects.
I hope that's all it is.
I swear I heard Date's voice before, and even the bosses. So she's
It didn't go well,
phonic, yeah.
but it's not all bad. The sink wasn't a total waste of time. We found clues.
Clues. Right.
About the ringtone.
Boss, I heard a ringtone in Mizuki's Somnium.
I know. But I couldn't tell where it was coming from.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's real or something Mizuki invented. But if Mizuki really did hear that ringtone...
Then there must have been a phone somewhere on site.
Did CSI report anything like that?
No, nothing. They searched the site, but didn't find a single thing.
Maybe the killer was still there, you know? And it would be consistent with my theory that she was hiding in there and took the ice pick as a protective weapon. Can we quickly go in the files and check the album things? Oh, look, some design sketches for Date. Whoa, that was a different one. He looks much more like gloomy in this one. That's the one we already had. These are the new ones. Okay. She has a metal pipe for some reason. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Interesting. That's the other version of Date that we saw in the other drawings in the park. Interesting. Date's voice actor was in Squid Game. Oh my god, I literally just finished watching Squid Game like yesterday. Hang on. I'm going in. I'm going in. What's my AI Somnium files voice actors. Let's see. Kaname Date. Let's check Iris, let's check Aiba, and let's also check Boss. So it's Greg Chun. Let's see, what did he voice? Star Wars Vision, Lost Judgment, Batman, Vinland Saga, Yasuke, with a Husband, Sherlock Holmes: The Great Escape, Bungo Stray Dogs. I've watched that one. The Final Fantasy remake. Okay. Ni no Kuni. Interesting. This is 7, Saga Scholar Shamu, Demon Slayer, One Punch Man. Okay, he was in One Punch Man. I saw that one too. He's in Code Vein. One day we'll play that game as well. He's the main voice for the male character in Remnant from the Ashes. Definitely played that one. He's the old man in Cannon Buster, another thing I watched. He's Ike in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. He's the main character in fucking Hero Mask. I watched that anime. I actually liked it as well. Fucking played Virgo in Lost Canvas. He's a voice actor in Octopath Traveler. Oh my god, this guy voiced so many things. Holy shit. Bungo Stray Dogs, yeah, we've seen that before. He's Ndul in JoJo. Interesting. He's a voice actor in Tacoma. He's the voice of Adam in Nier Automata. Interesting. He was in Fire Emblem, Hunter x Hunter. He's the voice of Dr. Winston in Overwatch. Jesus. He's a guy in Fallout 4. And he's also a guy in Neon Genesis Evangelion. Holy shit. Some random voices in Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, Diablo, Reaper of Souls, Rise of the Tomb Raider. This is insane. He does so much stuff. Irises. Jackie Lasra. She played... let's see if I saw anything. She's Youngling in Genshin Impact. The voice of Connie in Promised Neverland. I watched that one. Another person in Hero's Mask, the same anime, and that's about it. I want to know the boss voice though. The boss is Allegra's Clark. Eden Zero, Scarlet Nexus, which we're gonna play next. Ooh, she's gonna be in Burn the Witch. Interesting. Again, Bungo Stray Dogs. Genshin Impact, she's Beidou. Okay. Nothing that I can recognize though, but I swear to God I heard her somewhere big before. She's in Promised Neverland. I guess I heard that there. She's the voice of Bloodhound in Apex Legend. Interesting. Was in JoJo, but I don't think I heard the English version of that. She's a voice in Mass Effect Andromeda. In Berserk too. She voices somebody in Tyranny, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Smite. Interesting. What about the one that does Aiba? Persona 5? Attack on Titan? Alright. She is the voice of Venti in Genshin Impact. There you go. Definitely heard that one. Final Fantasy Remake. Ni no Kuni. Legend of Heroes 3. Somnium Files, there she is. Catherine. She's a character in Catherine. The video game. Okay. Super Neptunia. Promised Neverland. She's another one of those. Lots of these voice actors also did something in God Eater 3. Hero's Mask, another one. Okay. Oh my god, she's played Alone in Lost Canvas. Right. I don't think, again, when I watch these things, I watch the original Japanese version though, so I don't really know them. Oh, she's Kyoko in Danganronpa. Okay, I've seen that one before, for sure. Another character in Persona 5. God Eater, yeah. You kind of want to try the God Eater series? Is that like, I think I tried a demo and I did not really enjoy it. My god, she played so many freaking things. She's in Smite as well, Danganronpa the first one. Sword Art Online, Atelier, Battleship the video game, Naruto. Interesting. Well, I mean, yeah. Alright. Anyway, Mizuki. You okay? You can nod. She didn't answer. I mean, you can at least nod. Sitting on the chair, she looks drained like an abandoned doll. About the Nile message, about the ringtone, about Iris's body. Eesh. These are all bad. About the Nile message.
Mizuki, I have to ask you. You got a Nile message yesterday, and then you went to Bloom Park. Who sent you the message?
I checked her phone, but the history was wiped.
I am trying to identify the sender now, but it will take some time.
Okay. About the ice pick? Eesh. About the ringtone.
Hey Mizuki, tell me something. In your dream world, I heard a phone ring. Did you hear that somewhere, or did you just imagine it?
Date, there's no point talking to her.
I mean, she cannot talk, but she could nod or like, do something with her head.
You couldn't heal her. Her symptoms haven't improved.
I guess she's still fully traumatized.
She'll be sent back to the hospital.
Yeah.
Maybe the doctors can help her.
Damn, she's completely like unresponsive, huh?
Mizuki, I saw something strange in your dream. Iris, she was frozen. She was dead. What was that? Tell me, Mizuki, please.
Nope.
Date, there is no point attempting to speak with her. Mizuki's aphonia has not healed.
Mizuki. When we found you at the merry-go-round, you were holding the ice pick. I'm not accusing you of anything. I trust you. I just want to know why you were holding it. Answer me, Mizuki.
Date, please. Yelling at her is counterproductive.
Damn it.
I wonder if I did something wrong in the sequence, like the other path was the right one. Can we take a look at this flowchart? Is it splitting now? Oh, it really is. Huh. Interesting. Well, summarize for me why.
I think I'll go to Bloom Park again.
Looking for the phone?
It might be there, it might not. I just want to be sure. Take care of Mizuki, okay?
Yeah. Leave it to me.
Alright, we're going back to Bloom Park, I suppose. I don't think we're gonna find a phone. I like that they call it one highway.
Now the news. Yesterday night, the body of Shoko Nadami was found. Her body was recovered from the now-defunct Bloom Park in the Kawasaki district.
Ah, we made the news already? Damn. That's gonna be bad for investigation tomorrow.
Autopsy reports revealed that her time of death was roughly 5 p.m. last afternoon. Police have determined that the victim was killed elsewhere and then brought to Bloom Park to be put on display.
How the fuck do they know all this? Did we have like a press conference or something?
The MPD has expanded the scope of their investigation and are encouraging anyone with any information to come forward. In other news,
I think that's a bad idea.
At 6:10 p.m. today, on the outer circle of the Capital City Highway in Minato District, Tokyo, a traffic collision occurred involving 5 cars and at least 1 truck. As a result of the pileup, 1 man was sent to the hospital unconscious in critical condition. 6 other individuals were treated for minor injuries. MPD has arrested the driver of the truck suspected to be the cause of the accident for negligence. The investigation is ongoing.
Okay. Bloom Park, 8:13 p.m. Are we ever going to sleep? It's been one long day. Okay, so we're back here. Let's start examining things. A metal pole. The column. Last night Mizuki was found in that column. Why was she in there? Again, I think she was hiding. There's horses. It's a horse from the merry-go-round. They don't speak English, apparently. A fence set up around it. What else is around here? The benches. It's a bench. Just a bench. The sky, the night sky of Tokyo is bright. The sky is clear, but I still can't see the stars. Wait, there, a shooting star. A wish, a wish. What I was thinking, the shooting star vanished. Fuck. Oh, a shooting star. Reika from the Cabaret Club. The shooting star vanished before I could finish my wish. Oh, thank goodness for Reika. Another one. I want a motorboat. I want 2 motorboats. Damn it, I was so close. There's no stars in the sky. Fucking hell, this guy is the worst. Kawasaki District building in the distance. Skewered horses. Looks pathetic. You're pathetic. It's a control room from the merry-go-round. This is where the ride is operated. Alright. We don't really have anything else, so... I guess we talk to Aiba? Who are you?
Who are you? Wait, are you a ghost?
Idiot. It's me.
Who you? Me?
It's me.
Whom?
I said me.
But are you a ghost?
I'm not a ghost.
This game, man. This game is gonna kill me, I can't tell already.
Then... Aiba? But why?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
I seem lonely. I mean, that's true, but not for the reason you're thinking.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality. You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
Right, so... if I align this, can I even align it properly? I don't think I can. She's sort of standing like... there-ish. How do you appear in Somnium?
I am connected to your brain via artificial nerve.
Right.
I am part of your working brain. Our minds are one.
That sucks.
During the sync, when the data that constitutes your ego is transferred, some of my main programming is also transferred. That is why I appear in Somnium.
You know, I can't even remove her from my brain when I detach the eye and have some fucking privacy because she's like wirelessly connected to my eye socket.
Do I even need to explain this sort of thing to you?
No, I just, like...
I have experienced syncing many times with you, although it is true that I have never appeared to you in this form.
About your appearance.
Come to think of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in Somnium. What's that about?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't usually look like that. You have a Somnium form and another form.
Oh, this?
Yes, that. Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so...
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
Uh-huh.
If you could do that, change it. Be Reika from Tiefblau.
I will not.
Why not?
Because I won't.
This guy and whatever this breakup person is. About the ringtone. Can we find that,
It was
please?
somewhere
And
around
actually
here,
think
right?
about the murder for a moment and not just boobs all the time.
Where I heard the phone ring.
Affirmative.
The source can't be far. The phone must be nearby.
I do not know if it actually exists.
Does not compute. Yeah.
Dreams consist of memories, but that does not mean that they perfectly mirror reality. In fact, it is more common that what occurs in dreams is distorted. For example, the events witnessed in the last Somnium were absurd, exaggerated, or otherwise warped. Clearly, they do not represent exactly what happened in reality. The ringtone as well.
Mizuki didn't necessarily hear it. I understand that. But it's our only lead.
You think I can see it? Like, even if it's hidden here somewhere? And it catches your
As
eye?
I mentioned earlier, I cannot say for certain if there was a phone here. However, if there is, it must be well hidden. CSI has already searched the area thoroughly, but they did not discover anything.
Well hidden, huh? Maybe a place you can't see with the naked eye.
Can I use the X-ray vision? I feel like that's how we find it, right?
Let me see. I need to analyze the surroundings.
Do that. Oh, I have to re-examine some things. Okay. I can examine this horse, for example. X-rated horse. Interesting.
Look at that.
There's a phone inside.
It appears to be a smartphone.
I knew it was in the horse.
Don't lie. You doubted me.
How the fuck did you put a small?
So how do I get it out?
I cannot find any weaknesses or seams in the horse's body.
Just fucking break it.
The horse's neck does not detach either.
There must be some hole or something.
Make a hole. You have a gun.
I found one.
Where?
The mouth of the horse. I might be able to fit inside. One moment.
Oh god. My eyeball.
I got it!
My eyeball detached and went
Yes.
inside the horse's mouth.
Good job, Iba.
I'm not comfortable with this happening. Clue list. We have a smartphone. We can look at it.
Iba, who owned this phone? The number is...
I told Iba the number. The results came back quickly.
This is a rental phone.
a rental.
The owner is unknown. It is registered under a false identity.
Come on.
Date, look at the device history.
Phone call to Shoko?
It's gone. No outgoing call history.
Ooh, wait.
What about the incoming history?
Can you not hack it into the phone? I mean, that should be... I mean, we have the number now. We can ask the phone company. Or you could, you know, interface with the phone company. You can delete it from the phone, but you cannot delete them from, like, the databases, right?
Only one call. 9:02 p.m. yesterday.
9:02. So that was... after, they found the body, but before the guy made the phone call to the police.
Mizuki and Ota discovered the corpse at approximately 9 p.m.
Mizuki must have heard this phone.
That would connect to what we experienced in Somnium.
Huh.
It's all right. Do not worry about me.
I'm not worried about you. I just don't want to get dirt in my eye socket.
I mean, I feel like it's too late. She's been inside that horse's mouth. By the way, I don't know what that means. By the way,
Do not worry about me. Finish your search and investigation. You should find some clues.
okay. This look suits you. Does it?
How disrespectful. Do you know how hard it was to make that form?
No?
Well done, by the way.
Thank you.
Alright. There's a parasol in the background. I never examined. ... Abba is fine. I have to check that phone. Okay.
Who is the caller?
Their name isn't displayed. The number isn't in their contact. In fact, there are no contacts. No numbers at all.
The phone had no email addresses or browsing history that could be a clue either. Just the one clue, the call at 9:02 p.m. I had Iba look up the number.
This number is also from a rental phone.
Shit.
No owner is registered.
Of course.
Oh,
What happened?
the battery died. The screen turned off.
Really? Just now? Call the number I just gave you.
Iba, remember the number I just gave you?
Of course.
Call it.
Audio only. It connected.
My name is Kaname Date. I'm with the Metropolitan Police Department.
That's not a good way to talk to a potential serial killer or something.
Are you an idiot?
Yeah.
They hung up.
Yeah, no shit, you idiot. Who the fuck made this guy a police officer? Jesus Christ, it's a sexual deviant that thinks about boobs all day and cannot even do his job right without a fucking AI telling him what to do every 5 seconds.
Oh, you think so? What kind of low IQ ignoramus calls a suspicious number and says they are from the police?
I couldn't help it. I wasn't ready. I just said the first thing that came into my head.
Oh my god.
You told me to call.
I didn't think it would work.
Disappointing. There is no other word for it.
You're telling me.
This guy would be fired or demoted. Surely we must have a more competent officer in the fucking force. Like, I could do a better job than this guy. I feel like so far I've been ahead of everything he said. And done. Jesus, can you call it again? Yeah, right.
Iba, can you call it again? I'll be ready this time, I swear.
Are you sure?
Yeah, trust me.
It's the same number, you fucking idiot.
The number you have dialed is no longer in service.
Damn, call deny.
Call deny?
Yeah, call denied.
Oh, the thing Reika from the Cabaret Club did to your number.
Oh my god, with this Reika, can we just focus on the goddamn investigation?
Damn, you remember that?
I hate this guy already. It's happening again. It's coming back to me. Call Reika.
What?
I want to hear her voice.
She
Oh
put
my.
you on call deny.
Can't you try from another line?
I can, but I won't. Use a
Thank you.
payphone if you want to call her.
Thank you, Iba. Jesus Christ, I don't have my own phone. As long as I'm within range, I can use Iba to make any call I need to. But it's a traditional line or a Nile message, I can have Iba help me. Iba's connected to my mind wirelessly as well, so even when she's outside of my eye socket, I can talk normally. Right. Who is the person we call?
Probably someone involved in the incident. They hung up as soon as they heard you mention the police, then refused further incoming calls. That behavior is at the very least suspicious.
Yeah. Why was the phone in the horse? That's a good question. I mean, if you want to dispose of a phone at a crime scene, I mean, this is not even the crime scene. This is the display scene. So I mean, and even if, let's say the killer was there, okay, and he saw Mizuki and Oda coming in to check on their mother. Like, why would you even drop the phone inside the horse's mouth? Just take it with you. It's a burner phone anyway.
Unknown, but it does appear to be deliberate. Did the culprit do this? Or did someone else?
So they put it there, exactly, they put it there like deliberately, so I don't know.
And for what specific purpose?
Maybe I'm supposed to receive a message or something? What cell tower did that call connect to?
Near 3rd Street, Shinjuku.
That's a wide range.
That's a big, yeah, that's a big
Can you
place.
tell if they called from a smartphone?
They did. I can tell from the number.
Does it have GPS?
The phone is likely capable of that function, but it has been disabled. The power also appears to be off. I cannot connect from any line because you blew it.
Should we go to Shinjuku? No, it's too big.
There would be no point to that now.
Yeah.
The recipient is alerted to our presence and likely on the move.
Right.
An idiot, Date, for fuck's sake.
Iba, let's get going. There's nothing more here.
Where are we going?
Home, I suppose. It's late.
Iris's house?
Yeah,
At 9 p.m.?
I'm curious.
About your prophecy? Absurd. It was.
Let's hope so.
Second residence, it's 10:30 p.m. This 30 years old guy is showing up in an 18 years old girl residence at 10:30 p.m. pretending to be a police officer, but we all know he's a hack. It's definitely not police.
Date!
Hi. Alright, we're going through the entire house again, because that's what I do every time. Shelves. A wooden shelf. A speaker system.
Hey, Iris. Do you like bigger speakers or smaller speakers?
Bigger, I guess.
Could you say I like them big?
She is barely of legal age. You fucking disgusting animal.
Why?
Please?
I like them big.
Again, please?
I like
Oh
them
my
big, Date.
god.
Thank you.
You are a despicable man. You know that?
I hate this guy. I hate him so much. Maybe I hate this guy more than I hated every single character in fucking Zero Escape. Jesus Christ. A low table. A sofa. A comforting sofa. It's a sofa. It's a comfortable sofa. There's a cushion.
Hey, Iva. What kind of furniture always catches a cold?
An absurd question. Inanimate objects cannot be afflicted by viruses or bacteria.
You could at least let me tell my joke.
Don't. Don't indulge him ever, Iba. A winter iris, in the language of flower, it means good news and hope. A telephone in the corner. A picture. Drawing on the wall. Iris draw this as a child, maybe. Boxes. Door. The light for lighting. Wow, I would never have guessed. There's a dining table. Kitchen counter. A refrigerator. A fridge for keeping things cold. No shit. A microwave. This guy is a cupboard. Lots of dishes. Bookshelf. No books in it, but definitely a bookshelf. Like a non-alcoholic wine. What? The standing lamp. The lights are on. Clock. A mysterious object. A candle and a strange object on the shelf. Right. A shoebox.
Date, what are you doing?
He's a fucking... no.
Just needed a quick whiff.
Oh my god, somebody lock him up. This guy is dangerous. I cannot believe this.
Okay.
Iris, call the police. Call the real police. This guy's clearly like a fucking... he needs to be locked up in like, I don't know, somewhere secure. Iris is looking at me impatiently. ...
Date, you have confirmed that Iris is safe. Are you done here?
I know.
Well...
Date, you came. But aren't you a little early?
Huh?
You said you would play Shovel Forge with me tomorrow.
No, I didn't. I did promise to go on a date with you.
Tomorrow? It's not even midnight yet. I kept my promise by staying home, so you need to keep your promise, Date.
What's your mom?
By the way, where's your mom?
You know, a more appropriate age person for you, Date.
She left earlier. She got a Nile message from someone. She looked kind of panicky, too.
Where did she go?
Dunno. She didn't tell me. I'm hop, hop, happy.
Sorry, what?
Hop, hop, hop. Rabbit goes hop.
We're not dating this girl, are we?
Why do you ask?
Oh, well...
Because I saw your dead body in a dream. Are you seriously going to tell her that?
You hush.
Oh, did you want something to drink?
No, sorry. I should be going.
What? Leaving already?
Yeah, I have some work to do.
Well, will you at least watch my stream at 1?
I'm sorry, what?
Stream?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, I cannot believe this. I'm gonna connect to a fucking Minecraft stream at 1 AM to watch this girl play Minecraft.
Don't you remember? I'm an internet idol.
And you're gonna stream online?
Yeah.
At 1 in the morning?
OnlyFans? No, she plays Minecraft.
Yeah.
You're a young woman. You shouldn't stay up so late.
Sorry, Shovel Forge.
Oh, jeez, you sound like an old man.
Because he is an old man.
It's fine. Today isn't for work, it's just a personal stream.
That's not the issue.
And tomorrow is Sunday.
The day isn't the issue either.
Anyway, please watch, okay? I'll ask you about it on tomorrow's date.
Fine.
Oh my god, no, please, I want to go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep.
Date, I have been thinking.
You should be locked in prison.
I am glad that nothing bad happened.
Yeah, you're...
Because sometime real soon, I'm going to die.
Iris's words came to me. I stepped down hard on the accelerator. Day 3, Sunday. Okay, we're skipping the night part. Thank fucking god. I don't actually have to watch the stream. Sunday, 9:37. I'm going to work on a Sunday, I suppose. In this weird fucked up office that we're going to re-explore again. Chair.
Hey, boss?
The boss's chair.
Why are you always sitting on top of the desk?
Good question, actually.
Because I like to be on top of my work.
You sit that way on the off chance you get the opportunity to use a pun?
I like boss. Shelves. The entrance door. More shelves. Bags hanging on a rack. Inside the bags are masks for costume parties. You like boss too? I call dibs on boss though. Wine bottles.
I'm a sucker for white wine. Shame you don't have an eye for it.
I have a right eye.
And a left.
Cabinet. I call dibs on the eye. All yours. Tombstone.
That means rest in peace. As in, sleep peacefully.
Who's it for?
Ma, from the host club.
Right.
RIP specifically refers to the Latin phrase requiescat in pace.
Pace. Get your fucking Latin right, please.
Boss is correct about the general meaning.
Isn't the requiescat in pace something that we saw in Zero Escape? She's right, you get your Latin right. Shut the fuck up, you can't say that to an Italian. I mean, it doesn't automatically, means that I speak Latin, but I can at least read Latin. Italian isn't Latin. Well, it's the basis of Italian. You know, Italian evolved from Latin. I learned Latin in school. Well, maybe you learned it wrong. How about that? Police officer mannequin, boss's child friend Mario, of course.
I feel woozy. I had too much to drink last night.
I'm sorry, why is this thing still talking, by the way? Fishing
It's
flag.
good luck, you know? Whether it's catching fish or catching criminals.
Right. A soba restaurant door curtain, soccer ball, volleyball.
Looking at that reminds me of my old boyfriend from high school.
You said that about the soccer ball yesterday.
Oh, that just reminded me of his balls. Because of the size, you know?
Oh my god.
That sounds like a serious medical condition.
It really does. The tanuki that has like 50 feet balls or something. Yeah. Know about that one now. What else is in this room? Pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, happy birthday.
Wasn't that party a while back? How long have you had that up?
Every day is like my birthday. Every day, I'm reborn as a new woman.
So you change every day. Cool. Bookshelf full of files and binders. I don't know what. There's a computer on the desk. There's a monitor built in. There's a desk. Stickers. There's a chair. There's a dartboard, electronic. Some skis and a snowboard.
I picked up snowboarding recently.
Oh? Why?
This really hot guy from Kabukicho invited me.
Honestly, a good, A good motive.
That was a piece of evidence in a case about 8 years ago. A mathematics teacher used it to stab her boyfriend when she found out he was cheating on her.
Wow.
The triangular ruler must have come in handy for solving that love triangle.
Oh, I bet no.
Boo.
No, not you too. Police poster, public bath door curtain. I want to see the story about that one at some point. The map on the wall, the boy band, the lifesaver.
Why do you have that here?
We're 6 floors underground, right? What if it rains? We might get flooded.
I don't think a floaty would save us in that predicament.
Stationary
That
bike.
thing's broken. I pedal and pedal, but the damn thing won't move.
Is she serious? Plastic
That's my
figure.
boyfriend from about 10 years back.
Right.
We had a bad breakup, so I sliced his head off and coated it in plaster.
I know that she's joking, but I also know what boss is capable of, so I'm gonna be careful from that one. Christmas tree decorated, the mask on the left, which is...
If you put that mask on, spikes come out that drink your blood.
Okay, that's a JoJo reference, maybe?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. The mysterious mask on the left, that's the grandfather burial mask, the pennant, more posters, a coat hanger. And we are pretty much done. Okay, hey. Hello. Hi, boss. About the investigation. Oh, wait, I forgot to do something.
There's been no progress, as usual. The people at the main office are so incompetent. The smartphone you brought in yesterday is still our only lead.
I fucked that one up.
Hopefully there'll be a breakthrough.
I have to talk to myself. Like a creepo. There would be no point. Oh, really? Now? You decide not to I'll look crazy. Let's not. Do it. I don't want to talk to myself like an idiot. Absolutely not. You do that all the time.
Let's play a word game. Okay, bring it on. Say white 10 times. White, 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 white. Think of your favorite cabaret girl. Now, what does a cow drink? Milk.
What? You guys got K's in Italian, right? Not really, no. We only have them in, like, imported words. We don't have K's, we don't have J's, we don't have W's, we don't have Y's, and we don't have X's. About the investigation.
I am watching the case file of Shoko Nadami as it is updated in real time.
I mean, I guess, you know, there is a lot of the letters missing in Latin. Let's say the same. Yeah, pretty much. I guess nowadays is a bit different because of, you know, how the language evolved, importing a lot of words from other countries and different other languages, you know.
Currently, it appears as though there has been no significant progress. Hey Date, why not go to that bar you haven't been to in a while?
The bar.
Marble in Golden Yokocho.
Marble? I see. Mama runs Marble. She's an informant who knows just about everything there is to know about the criminal underground. Maybe she knows something. Interesting. Hey boss. About Mizuki, is she any better?
She was returned to the hospital after the sync. She'll probably be hospitalized for a while.
Damn.
Strange.
Why?
Mizuki's phone is at home, Date. The GPS and Wi-Fi access point confirm this.
She went home by herself?
Possibly.
But why?
Unknown.
Oh boy, what the fuck is going on with her? A gorgeous message is denied by sight. Okay, stop.
There are many points of interest surrounding Mizuki, but we will need to speak with her directly.
I hope she gets better soon.
Why is she home though? Anything stand out to you?
Date, you promised to go on a date with Iris yesterday.
Oh my god, I did.
What exactly are you planning to do?
What? Seriously?
It's a social date.
A man's promise is his bond. You absolutely must keep your word.
Have you ever heard of a white lie?
So, you're gonna act like it never happened.
That's not what I said. The day's not over yet. If I go see her and socialize for a bit, that's a date, right?
Oh, so you are not planning a real date then?
No, of course not.
Of course not, he says, like it's normal. Like it's something that he would think or say.
If you say so.
You almost sound relieved, Iba.
Pardon?
Are you jealous?
Impossible! I could never be jealous of a silly little human like her.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I'm sitting on the desk, alright. How about that phone?
I asked HQ to look into it. They found a few things. First, the owner was Shoko Nadami.
Okay.
It was Shoko's phone?
Yes. Her face was registered in the phone's facial recognition authentication.
Interesting. Who called it? We don't know that.
Who called the phone?
Sorry, we don't know that yet.
I'm guessing the husband.
They called from a burner phone. They didn't register a
Ex-husband,
name.
at least.
I can make a deduction with this information. We know that the phone belonged to Shoko.
Right.
Whoever it was made their call at 9:02 p.m. after Shoko was killed. I believe we can make an assumption here.
The caller probably wasn't the murderer. Why would they call the phone of the person they just killed?
Maybe. But the culprit might have been trying to get Mizuki to call,
Yeah.
so that they can bring her to the scene.
But then why hide the phone? They would have left it somewhere easier to find.
True.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that we said. Like, why hiding it there specifically? Like, either you leave it where everybody can see it, or you take it with you. Unless the killer was not there at the time. So when would that phone... I mean, if that phone was Shoko's, it must have been in the horse's mouth either since... Hang on a second, though. They estimated that she was killed at 5, but we don't know when she was brought to the park.
But
don't
either
have a
way,
timeline for
our
that.
mysterious caller is suspicious. Consider this. They did not register the phone under their real name. And also, they hung up as soon as Date mentioned he was a cop. And on top of that, they blocked Date's number and turned off the phone.
The blame lies entirely with Date.
Yep.
I suggest cutting his salary.
Yeah.
I'll cut your battery.
Do it. I'll plug in somewhere.
Anyway, we have to identify the caller. If you don't want your salary cut.
Fine.
Are there any other information about the phone?
All the history's been erased. There's nothing on the phone itself, but we can still look up its records. I happen to have a friend at the cell company. The head office is looking into it now.
Okay, good. That's what I wanted to hear. Anything else?
About Renju.
Renju?
Yesterday I told you he vanished after he was questioned. Well, we found him.
Where?
Central Hospital.
What?
He was brought there from a traffic accident.
Oh shit, the one we heard on the radio. God damn.
He's unconscious and it's not looking good.
Could it be?
What?
Capitol Highway?
Was he driving the truck?
Oh, you heard about it?
We heard the report on the radio last night.
I can't believe it was about Renju.
Interesting.
Date, you should go talk to him. He is Shoko Nadami's former husband, after all. He might have some information.
But he's still asleep, isn't he?
Smack him across the face and wake him up.
I'm sorry, he's in critical condition. You want me to smack him across the face to wake him up?
You're his friend, right? He'll understand.
Come on.
Have 3 places to check. Central Hospital where Renju is. I don't know if he's in any condition to talk, but it might help. I could also go home to see Mizuki or get information from Mom at Marble.
Aiba, let's move.
Roger that.
You think this is gonna make a... Oh, this is probably gonna change something, right? Okay, so... I feel like the marble, it's not very time sensitive. Mama isn't going anywhere. However, if we don't go to the hospital soon, the guy may die. At the same time, if we don't go home and, you know, meet with Mizuki, she could leave. And then good luck finding her again if she's on the move. Or if she ditches her phone. Well, she already ditched the phone, and this is like the only guaranteed one. It's probably the hospital. I think that's the one that benefits the most of doing it early. So the hospital Sunday. There is no time, however, so these three options may not be competing against each other. We'll check the flow chart. Oh my god. Fuck, this scared me. I just was this person right here. Oh god, is he already dead? The window. A window. Good. Great. A bedside table.
Bedside table? Headlight fable.
What?
That's not even a thing.
This guy's crazy. This guy's fucking nuts. TV?
Date, look! Sabako is coming out of the TV!
Sabako?
Who?
Why my AI is doing this Ringu joke every time I examine a TV? Patient monitor equipment used for monitoring vital signs. Measure heart rate, blood pressure, and body temperature on the monitor. Okay. That is crazy rubbing off on Aiba? Yeah, probably.
There's no one here.
Indeed. The bed is empty.
Shit. Curtains uses a divider. Except this is clearly a one patient room, so I don't know. Why? What are you dividing it from? There's a cupboard. Wait, where's the bathroom? Weird. Nurse? A nurse is standing there. Where are we? Who am I?
Mr. Okiura's room.
Right.
I'm certain of it.
Are you though, really? And you are?
I'm a nurse. I work here. I'm assigned to Mr. Okiura.
Where is he?
He's not here, as you can see.
Yes, I can see that. Where is he?
He snuck out at night.
I'm sorry. Isn't he in critical condition?
Snuck out?
Mr. Okiura arrived with internal injuries. The surgery was successful, but he was in no condition to move. He would have opened up his wounds, and then he would be in real trouble.
Real trouble, huh?
Fuck.
Yes. I can't believe it. Where could he have gone?
Oh my god.
Renju is extremely suspicious. He has no alibi for the time of Shoko's murder.
And he's now on the run.
That was noted in the investigation report.
That's not so strange, though.
There's more. I cannot reach Renju by any means. He has not attempted to visit Mizuki in the hospital, even though she is his daughter and witnessed a traumatic event.
I mean, that would be too easy, though. This game's crazier than that.
Despite all this, he runs from the hospital, even with substantial injuries. Perhaps this is an escape.
Aiba, call Lemniscate.
Roger that.
Hello, this is Lemniscate Entertainment Offices.
Oh my fucking god. What the fuck? No, not that voice. There's the booba girl from the reception.
Let me hear your message. Thank you.
Oh my god. What kind of employee training do they have there? Anyway, I gave them my name and told them about Renju.
Do you have any idea where he might be?
Sorry. No clue.
Oh my god, it's like not even showing.
I'm trying to get in touch with him too. So far, nothing. I'm getting worried. He must be a mess right now.
Like, totally.
Oh, wait. Maybe he's at the Maid Cafe.
Maid Cafe? Do you mean Sunfish Pocket?
Of course he knows
Yeah,
it.
that's the one. Like, out of nowhere, Renju was like, I'm gonna rent out Sunfish Pocket. I guess he was gonna throw like a secret party or something? But with the accident and all, still, he might be there.
Alright, I know about Sunfish Pocket, of course you do. Renju used to talk about it. He runs Lemnis Gate as well as that Maid Cafe. Alright.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
No problem. Farewell.
Sunfish Pocket, huh?
Please tell me we never have to call that person ever again.
It is worth scoping out.
Alright. Let's go to the residence. Actually, yeah, let's go to the residence first. I want to see if it gives me like a time. It doesn't. So this is where I live. Let's see what kind of degenerate place this is. Also, let's check the flowchart and see if it's branching. No, we're like going on a straight path. Interesting. All right. What's that? What is this one doing
Hitomi
here?
Sagan, Iris's mother.
What?
Yes, but why?
Also, is the fucking kid lifting 50 kilograms? On the bench like it's nothing?
Oh, Date.
Wait.
Sorry for showing up like this.
Wait. That's more. That's 100 kilos. That's 2 discs of 25 kilos. What the heck is that kid? She's an ant. She can lift like 3 times her weight or something. What?
Suki, what are you doing?
I cannot even process this scene right now.
What's it look like?
Wait, she's talking now? Am I having a stroke?
Bench pressing.
You can talk.
Yes, she's no longer mute.
What?
I received a Nile message from Mizuki last night. Teacher, can you please help me? I understood right away. The girl's been through so much. I couldn't say no to one of my students.
You're her teacher?
That's right. Mizuki is in my homeroom class. I went to the hospital to pick her up.
She left earlier. She got a Nile message from someone.
Right.
Mizuki wrote a note saying that she wanted to go home. Not to Renju's house, but here.
She didn't think to come to the police to report the fucking murder of the mother.
So that's the story. I apologize for coming over without asking.
I mean, I guess this is Mizuki's house as well, so she can do whatever she wants. Alright, let's fucking start checking everything out before I go crazy.
That's an unusual pattern on this cushion.
A cushion.
Oh, don't touch that. That's Date's rule.
Ah. A cushion on the sofa. A 3-seat sofa. I also use as a bed. I've been sleeping here for 4 years. I'm sorry, what? Is this like the entire... Hang on. The entire apartment? Like, This is my entire living condition? I have 3 coats that are exactly the same. The kid has 4 coats that are exactly the same. And this is where we live, huh? Kind of fucking degenerate. Why are social services not just breaking into this place and taking this kid away? Mizuki took over my bed. A pot. It's a pot. It's a kitchen. There's a seasoning and cooking equipment lying around. Condiments. Seasoning and sake for cooking. Nice. Man, I miss sake. I wanted to make my own, but it's actually not that I need like sterile stuff.
Date, I'm sorry.
I don't really trust that. What? It's my fridge. What did you do?
I looked inside your fridge earlier.
How dare you?
Why do you have so much meat in there?
Oh, I'm on a diet. You see, I'm a recovering vegetarian. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my, okay. Where is it? Oh no, fuck, we lost the face. Did you see that though? Did you see that insane face he made? Shit. The oven hood, alright. The light.
Date, is it true?
A terrible carpet. What?
Mizuki told me you hid a magazine under the rug.
Knowing Date, possibly, yes.
Something about eating a nice spread?
Oh my god.
Why did you hide a cooking magazine?
It's not a cooking magazine. A low table, a coffee table, on top is glass. That's the bed. Mizuki sleeps there every night. The fuck is that? Another rabbit.
That stuffed animal. It's Mizuki's favorite character. What's its name again?
Yeah, that's Rabbit.
You gave it to Mizuki on her birthday.
Right.
You don't have to tell her that.
I'm sorry?
She doesn't hear your eyeball. It's an adder rabbit, a stuffed rabbit. Okay. That's a massive speaker, by the way. Overcompensating much. Date. Audio equipment.
This is a nice sound system.
Oh, it's nothing special. It's not top of the line. I only spent a couple million yen.
Right. I don't know how much that is.
Oh, so it's cheap. That's good. I spilled soda on it on accident.
You did what?
Audio equipment for audio files. Haven't paid it off yet. Right. Armchair, a one-seat sofa. What is that? A school bag, a backpack.
In just a few months, she'll need a bigger backpack.
They grow up so fast.
Right. An iron pipe. Next, Mizuki's favorite metal pipe. I'm sorry, what? I have no idea what she uses it for. Right. She's some sort of delinquent, I suppose. Clothes. A rack. Clothes are hanging on the rack. They're mine and Mizuki.
I see you two hang your clothes side by side. You get along well.
Sure. Mizuki's clothes and mine are hanging on the rack. We each have basically one outfit. That's because we're rational people. I don't want to waste my precious time and brain power thinking about what clothes to wear every day. You know what? I would do that, except even if I had like 5 or 6 different, I mean not different, like different outfit but the same exact look, I would still not wear it, just because people would think I am wearing the same outfit every day. Like I'm a disgusting animal that never washes his clothes, you know? Like, I don't do it because I want to change. I do it because it looks like I'm not washing my clothes and I'm not changing, you know? That's the only reason. Otherwise, yeah, that is very efficient, and if I could have only one outfit in my entire life, I could definitely go for that. Unless it's a uniform. But like, even uniforms, like, you clean them, you have multiple. A lot of successful businessmen and scientists do it. Okay, honestly, Mizuki and I have other outfits. We just keep them somewhere else. Where? This is a tiny room, there's no space for anywhere else. You're lying, Date. Large windows. The light of the autumn day is coming through the window. File cabinet. Small file cabinet. I keep a bunch of documents in there. A desk and a chair. My PC.
You're a studious man, aren't you, Date? I heard from Mizuki. Whenever she's not around, you're always on your computer, watching training videos.
Uh-huh.
Training videos?
Yes. A female secret agent caught in the enemy's hideout or something.
Ah, yes. Yeah, that. Right. Mizuki, did you watch that movie?
Only the title.
Don't touch my computer without asking.
Should really password protect your computer there, Date, before you show fucking 12 years old kid your nasty, nasty pornography compilation. A corkboard. A bench press. And apparently, Mizuki.
How long do you plan on doing that?
Until my muscles are screaming at me to stop.
You there yet?
Nope, not even close. My muscles are laughing like this is nothing.
Date, I would not push Mizuki while she is in this state. You may end up killed via head injury.
Yeah, you're right.
Miss X-ray. Why can I use my X-ray on her? How's Mizuki at school?
She's a little quiet, but she's a very clever girl. And more than anything, she is kind.
Kind?
When I'm carrying heavy bags, she'll come and help me without me asking.
The arm?
When I'm troubled, she'll sometimes pick flowers to give to me.
No, I think this guy wants to look at her underwear or something.
Not that she has a perfect disciplinary record, but she's a good girl.
What's on her record?
There are a few incidents. Once, she let out all the frogs that were going to be used for science class. Another time, she punched a bully so hard that he chipped a tooth.
Holy fuck.
Sounds like more than just incidents.
But I like that about her. She's a little clumsy, and just like Renju.
So how do you know this Renju guy? Did you get her to talk again, by the way?
You know what? I actually don't know.
That's probably it. I'm just trying to think he's not a massive perv, but he's a massive perv. That's all he thinks about.
I didn't do anything special. I just held her against me.
Held her?
I was hugging her close to me all night. When dawn came, I heard her say, "Teacher." And then she started to cry. As you can see, she's fine now. She had a lot bottled up. It came out with the tears, I think.
So you're the teacher, huh?
Yes, elementary school.
I didn't know you taught at Mizuki school.
Wait, she's 12 and she's in elementary school? Or is that like the weird Japanese, like 8th grade?
I didn't know Mizuki was living with you. I knew about her circumstances with Renju, but he described you as a relative. But I suppose not. Mizuki explained the situation to me.
Mizuki lives here with me, but I'm not her legal guardian. That's why I've never been to school with her or anything like that. That was all left to Renju. He might not be any good at raising her, but he is the father. Takes care of all the official stuff. That was one of the conditions for me taking in Mizuki. Weird. Is it just a coincidence that you're Mizuki's teacher?
You said you and Renju knew each other from high school, right?
Yes, at Eitoku High.
And you work at the public school here.
That's right. A district elementary school.
Is that a coincidence? You becoming the teacher of your friend's kid?
Well, I hadn't always planned on being a teacher, but it wasn't a coincidence that Mizuki ended up in my class. Renju seemed really intent on sending Mizuki to a school where I was teaching. They even moved to get into my school district. That was about 5 years ago, in spring.
Before the divorce?
Yes, but I heard that Shoko didn't have a problem with the move.
Right. Officially, Mizuki lives at Renju's house. Local elementary is actually pretty far from here, my house. Mizuki takes a train every morning to get there. Let's do this X-ray thing.
That's...
She's got like implants on her hand? And a shoulder. That's a fake shoulder.
A plate of medical-grade titanium in her right shoulder.
Right.
Oh.
Something happened. Interesting. Tommy has a metal plate in her right shoulder. So is the entire arm then completely paralyzed, not just the hand? Why is she scratching it? Where's Renju now? Do you have any idea?
Renju? I don't know.
Really?
Hitomi does not appear to know that Renju was hospitalized either.
So pardon me for asking, but your right arm. What the fuck happened? Because
Oh.
I saw you on the floor bleeding.
Does it bother you?
Can you not move it?
No. I can't even feel it, I'm afraid.
Was there an accident or...
I suppose you might call it that. About 6 years ago, I was shot in the shoulder.
Right.
The nerves died and...
Yikes. Yeah.
Anyway, the story
the picture
is,
we
one
saw.
day a criminal broke into my house.
Was he a criminal though?
He was carrying a gun. From the way he talked, he sounded insane.
Drugs?
Maybe. The police statement said that he wasn't under the influence of anything.
Wait, did they catch him?
Just a random crime.
Don't believe that. What? The dream I saw? Yeah, exactly. Why would we dream of that? Unless I'm that crazy guy. Okay. Hitomi has a metal plate in her right shoulder. Alright. We're done with Hitomi. Mizuki? What the fuck? About Europhonia. When I started talking to her, Mizuki re-racked the weight.
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks to you.
Oh yeah?
Well, not exactly you. It was teacher who stayed with me all night.
So not me, really. Mizuki's on the bench for us. Why didn't you tell me about Hitomi?
I couldn't. It's not like we have conversations about our day anyway.
Because you don't talk.
Because you don't listen.
Fair enough. About Hitomi then.
She's my teacher. She's special. She's Daddy's friend and Iris's mom. Sometimes I have dinner at her house. She's extra nice to me.
Right.
Oh, I know I shouldn't be. I should love all my students equally. But I see Mizuki after school sometimes, and she just looks so lonely. I can't help myself.
About Renju. You know where your father is?
What's wrong with Daddy?
You haven't heard?
Heard what?
She does not know about the accident.
Maybe we don't say that right now. She's been through a lot. Maybe she doesn't need to know. About the Nile message that you received?
Mizuki. Renju sent you that Nile message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. Real bad personality, but real good with technology. I got some help from them.
Bad personality?
It was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does it sound familiar? Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious.
Wait, is that true? When did that happen?
Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
What the fuck? Did we miss that? How did...
Yeah, that was it. It was from Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say anything because that would make Daddy a suspect, so...
So you kept quiet.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me, I had to go.
But you invited Ota along.
Bloom Park is in the middle of the Kawasaki district. There are a number of homeless individuals in a high crime rate there.
Right.
Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
Why were you holding the ice pick? Oh, wow. That's the question, isn't it?
When I got there, the ice pick was... It was stuck in my mom's eye. I couldn't think straight. The only thing I could think was... I had to get it out.
So you pulled it out.
Yeah?
After Ota ran away?
Yeah.
Did you hear any sounds?
Sounds?
Like a ringing phone?
Oh, I think I did hear something like that. But I don't remember where it was coming from. I just got scared and ran into the column. The door was open a little, so...
Confirmed.
Scared about what, though?
The call at 9:02 p.m.
Just a shock for, like, seeing the mother that way?
It must have been the phone inside the horse ringing.
Shuko's left eye on the ice pick?
I don't think so.
No, it wasn't. I'm
Her
telling
eye
you.
socket was empty?
Yeah,
Thanks. I'm sorry to have to ask you stuff like that.
it's okay.
What a question. But that's
So it was
important.
not Mizuki who took the eyeball.
See? I told you, somebody took the fucking eyeball.
No, it was already gone when she got there.
That eyeball has yet to be found. It was probably taken by the culprit.
So do you know where your father could be?
I don't know where he is.
Can you think of anywhere he might go?
No, not really. I don't know where Daddy goes.
Did he visit you when you were in the hospital?
No. But I didn't expect him to. He's always busy. He doesn't care about me.
Summarize for me. Okay, so we're done here.
Anyway, Mizuki has recovered from her aphonia. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
I did not know that Hitomi was Mizuki's homeroom teacher. Is there something wrong?
No. It's nothing.
Alright. Let's go and check out the Sunfish Pocket maid cafe. Is that a Zero Escape thing? That's 999. That's the poster for Zero Escape. The first one. Nice. Good touch. Okay, so we're in a maid cafe. Nothing weird about that. Okay.
Welcome home, Sea King.
Sorry, what?
Sea King?
Oh! Is this your first time here?
Sorry. I'm not here as a customer.
Police.
I need to talk to someone about something.
So it's oh my god, what is he doing here?
Jeez, kid. Excuse me.
Oh, sir! Wait a minute!
Date?
Hello? Is this person real in front of me, or is this like a cardboard? Oh no, she's blinking, she's real. It looked so fucking fake. Alright, let's do the thing. This place is up on the second floor. There's nothing out the window.
What
Chairs.
kind of furniture can you drink?
I'm sorry.
A light beer?
Nope.
Rice?
You can't drink rice.
Idiot.
The answer is liquefied leather sofa.
How would anyone ever guess that?
Can you even drink that?
A chair. A table. The menu. The cafe's menu. Option on. 2,000 yen. I don't know what that means. What is on? Why is it so expensive? A customer. The customer looks like he's on death's door. Let's hope he's not blowing his life savings here. Oh god. He looks seriously ill. Other mermaids. The girls are working. So this is like a sea themed maid cafe. That's weird. Pictures. The pictures of girls on display.
So, who's your type, Date?
Sorry, but no one stands out to me. I don't go for the spawn. I'm more of a big catch fisherman.
What?
What?
I think he's saying he likes older women.
Right. The pictures of girls on display. Alright. Let's see what else is around here. What the heck is this? Cream soda? Huh, sounds about right for Ota. An omelette rice. Omelette rice looks delicious. I could have one of those. The laptop is still there. Customers. There's a counter. There's lights. Jellyfish lights. Okay. Kitchen windows. You can see the kitchen back there.
You absolute disgrace!
Is that Gordon?
How many times have I told you to cut the bones properly, you bastard? Yes, Chef.
What kind of cafe is this?
Alright, there's Gordon Ramsay. It's in the back, apparently. You donkey. Okay, there's a trident. Just a trident, you see. Nothing crazy about that. Kitchen window. Real row can be heard from there. The kitchen doorway to the kitchen. Lifesaver decorated.
It looks like a flotation device, right?
It is a flotation device.
But it's actually a huge donut.
Okay. An oil drum. A rusty oil drum, right. There's boxes.
What's in the box?
The severed bottom half of a mermaid.
Cool.
You could have just said the tail.
What's this? Box, wooden box with mermaid's tail. Sorry, what can I do for you, lady? I'm here on the police business. X-ray.
At this cafe, the maids and clerks are referred to as mermaids.
Right. X-ray. Okay, she doesn't have weapons.
Date, I must be the bearer of bad news. Even with X-ray, her clothes will not turn transparent. Your heart rate and blood pressure is rising. The concentration of phenylethylamine in your blood is rising rapidly.
Phenylethylamine? Okay. Hang on. Hold it right there. Phenylethylamine? What the fuck is this? It's an organic compound, natural monoamide alkaloid trace amine with access to central nervous system, similar in humans and mammals. It's produced from the amino acid enzyme aromatic amino acid. What the fuck is this? What's the... The solid is a dietary supplement for mood and weight loss related therapeutic benefits. Is orally ingested. What the heck? Okay. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Hang on. Fanny. It's involved in passionate love. Oh my god. Phenylethylamine. Phenylethylamine. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a very convoluted way to say that he's just horny.
What are you excited about?
Her hips. Are you seeing this?
Are you serious? It's bones.
I'm about to cry tears of joy.
Do you have a paraphilia for bones?
I mean, I think he does.
Look. Huh. You can see right through.
You seriously disgust me, Date.
Yeah, this guy is awful, isn't he? I don't know why I keep doing it, by the way. A mermaid from Sunfish Pocket. Oh, thank god, that's the end. She has such a gorgeous, well-balanced bone structure. Freak. Hi.
By the way, I didn't introduce myself yet. I'm Kaname Date of the Metropolitan Police Department.
You're a detective?
Something like that.
What's the seeking?
That's what we call the customers.
Right.
Us mermaids serve the Sea Kings. And we really are mermaids, you know. Don't tell anyone.
What?
Everyone working here is a real mermaid.
But you have legs.
They were a gift from Poseidon. We were given legs and feet so that we can gather riches and foreign currency in the labor market.
Okay, I mean, fair enough.
Date, let's go.
No, not yet. There's still so much to learn.
Do not listen to her siren song.
So is Renju here?
No, he never showed up.
When was the last time he came here?
Let me think. He's just the owner, not the manager, so...
Right, never shows up.
He
really.
comes sometimes, but not all that often.
Alright. Ota, the fuck you doing here? Are you a regular here?
Sure am.
Of course you are.
I come here whenever I've got time and money. I was here yesterday, too. Around 6:30, I think.
Why is that relevant?
But I couldn't get in. I saw a sign at the entrance that said the whole place got rented out for some party.
Ooh, interesting.
But I came all the way to Akihabara, you know? I didn't want to just go home.
6:30, is that the time of the accident?
So I bought a new one.
A new what?
A phone? I dropped my old one in a puddle, remember?
Right. What's with the spear?
It's not a spear. It belongs to Poseidon, god of the sea. You know, a trident.
Why do you have that?
We treat our customers like lords of the sea. We give them these tridents. It's like a little ranking system we do.
The color changes depending on your rank. There's bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and at the very top, orichalcum.
So it basically measures how much money you've spent on these girls.
Well, that doesn't sound very nice.
But it's very true.
It's more like a way to exploit their vanity, to separate our customers from their money as much as possible.
Huh.
That sounds even worse.
Yeah. So what's with your trident? Why is it only gold?
I'm still gold. Not that good.
How much did you spend to get that?
About 200,000 yen.
Alright. I need to know. How much is 200,000 yen? Oh my fucking god. Okay. That's 1,500 euros.
I suddenly understand why someone would want to kill another human.
Why are you here?
Because I'm worried about Tessa.
Tessa? What's up with her?
Iris, what's the matter?
Yesterday night.
Yes?
Well, it was past midnight, so more like this morning.
The stream?
I don't care about the timing.
We should, though. Should really.
What happened?
Tessa was streaming, as usual, from her living room at home. But suddenly... Actually, let me just show you. I always record her streams.
Oh my god, you fucking freak. Of course you do. Just look at the vaults, man.
I'm kinda nervous. It's been a while. Got it. I'll try my best. Okay, everyone! Here's my debut song. Let's hit it! Who could it be at this hour? Is it Date again? Okay, 1 second, I'm coming! everyone! Something came up, but I've gotta go for now. I'll sing the rest next time. Bye!
Weird. She's got to go at 1 a.m. in the morning. When did this visitor arrive? I mean, she saw the stream at 1, but
1 hour into the stream, so about 2 a.m.?
What the fuck?
That's weird, right? Someone
is.
coming to visit at 2 in the morning? And then she leaves?
That is
She looked
weird.
really serious, too. I was worried about her, so I tried to call, but she didn't answer. She didn't read any of my Nile messages either.
Oh boy.
I thought maybe the people at Sunfish Pocket would know something.
Oh, she's so dead.
Tessa used to work here. She made a lot of friends.
I'm one of them. But I don't know what she's up to. I asked the other girls too, but no one knows anything.
Iba, call Iris.
The number you are attempting to dial is either offline or unavailable.
No way.
She did.
Anyway, prophecies are simply not possible.
Says the supervillain.
Something wrong, sir?
No, nothing.
I wonder if Tessa's okay. I'm so worried about her, I can barely eat.
Probably dead by now. Okay, you fucking weirdo.
You look like you can eat just fine.
Do you have to do that, lady? Like, seriously? You seen Renju anywhere?
No, haven't seen him. Is this related to what happened at Bloom Park? The body on the merry-go-round was Renju's ex-wife. I didn't know that she was Mizuki's mom. Did she change her name or something? Mizuki saw her own mother's dead body, and I just left her there and ran away like a coward. I'm such a piece of shit.
Oh, thank you.
I should have stayed. I should have done something.
He fucking took the umbrella as well. Like, the ultimate dick move.
Why did I do that?
Oh, is it eating you up inside, Ota?
Yeah, seriously.
Open big. Here we go. Oh my god. I hate this guy. Can I just punch him in the face?
While you're sitting here adding up your options?
But you can order too, Date.
That's not why I'm mad, Ota.
Date, Renju is not at this location. We have other areas we need to search.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's leave the frick on his own. Although from freak to freak, I mean. That could definitely be a regular at a maid cafe. He probably was before Reika blocked him and probably had a...
Well, well, if it isn't Date!
Oh, mama.
Long time no see. Is something wrong?
No, I just wanted to talk.
About Shoko Nadami, Ren's ex?
Ren meaning Renju.
You're as sharp as ever.
I saw it all on the news. How awful.
Oh, what a place. Alright. What do we have? Stools. A stool. A sofa. A table. There's a table in front of the sofa. The menu. There's writing on the back. Okay. Posters. Ben and Clyde do right by me. I wonder what that is. Flyer. Okay. Door, the counter, the bar
What do you
counter.
think this counts? Bars?
I do not appreciate your pun.
The bar counter. Okay. Blackboard. The specials are written on the chalkboard. Duck woman's upper lip. Sorry, what? Bottles on the counter.
This is a painting of Saint Sebastian.
Right.
Saint Sebastian was a faithful Christian who lived under Roman Emperor Diocletian. On January 20th, 288 AD, he was martyred. This painting depicts his execution.
There's music playing over the radio.
Mama, my goodness. You've changed since I last saw you. You're such a square now.
Excuse me, that is a fridge.
Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with Dante? Oh my god. Oh, I feel attacked.
Hey Date, wanna watch men in Fundoshi's pounding drums?
I don't know what any of that means.
No thanks. I'm good.
But I'm gonna say no. A beer tap.
Date, what do you call a bottle of beer on your face?
Oh god, here we go.
A beard?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you do that? Shelves. Bottles of alcohol on the shelf. Alright, that's about it. Alright, mama. This is a bar called Marble in an alley called Golden Yokocho. She runs the place. We all call her mama. She might technically have the body of a man, but she's got a maiden's heart. She belongs to a lot of pro-LGBT groups and the like. Alright. Good for you, mama. How have you been?
I've been okay. How are you, Date, honey? I don't see you around here much anymore.
I've been busy.
You used to come all the time. You and Ren, grumbling over your glasses of bourbon.
Yeah.
Laughing, drowning each other's sorrows, sometimes getting into arguments. One time it even became a real fight. You remember that?
Really?
Oh, yes.
You don't remember? Your drunk ass spilled your beer on Ren's watch. Ren was furious, yelling about how this watch is more important than my life, or whatever. He blew up on you. That was the only time I've ever seen Ren that mad.
Interesting.
That's why I remember it so well.
Oop, whoopsie. Drunk people tend not to be too careful with secrets and rumors, you know how it is. So a place like this is perfect for gathering information. Whether it's politics, business, entertainment, even crime. Mama knows it all. Whenever I get stuck on an investigation, I come to see her. Nice.
What are you doing, by the way?
Polishing bonito.
It is not well known, but dried bonito is a fermented food. They are boiled and dried, which attracts a particular mold as it ages. It takes between 3 to 4 mold attraction sessions and results in high-quality bonito. Mama is cleaning off the mold right now.
Right. Mama is wide as her heart is big. That's the mama I know. Well, the Ranger's watch thingy. Tell me more.
Yeah, his favorite watch. He got it from his new lover. An anniversary gift. Oh, this was, of course, after the divorce. Ren was so happy. He showed it off to me. He's had that watch on him ever since.
Interesting. Can you give me a glass of water, please?
That's unusual. Not a bourbon.
Well, I'm on the job, you know. I'm on the clock. Oh man, I would kill for a bourbon right now.
I'm working.
I drink at work all the time.
We have very different occupations.
It's kind of the same. I make people throw up. You make people throw up the truth.
Sure. Where's Renju?
It's been a while. I have no idea. What's wrong with Ren?
I told Mom about the accident. About how he disappeared from the hospital.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
I see. I'll contact you if I get anything.
Please do.
About Shoko.
I have something, but I don't know how useful it will be.
No, tell me.
You know how Shoko was a representative of that investment company?
Yes.
Yeah?
They were part of a massive fraud scheme.
Okay.
Really?
That's right. And they were in bed with the Kumakuras, the Yakuza gang.
Oh shit, the Kumakuras.
So maybe...
What is Kumakura? Is that like the Black Bears or something?
The Kumakuras killed her?
I don't know for sure, but they were capable of it. Maybe Shoko did something to piss off the wrong people, and they punished her for it.
Interesting.
Shoko was involved in illegal activities. Perhaps the rental phone was used for that purpose.
The Kumakuras. They have a relationship with Renju.
Oh, do they?
I remember him telling me that.
Do you want to pay them a visit?
Yeah. I hope it won't cause problems.
Oh boy, here we go. Kumakura office. What could possibly go wrong? Going to a Yakuza building as a police officer.
Who's this asshole?
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
All right. Bye then.
Hey, Date!
What?
All right, bye then.
Ugh, I hate dealing with these chumps.
Didn't you hear me?
Do you want to die, old man?
What did you call an old man?
You bastard!
Oh my god. Jesus.
Sorry for the late introduction. I'm with the MPD.
A cop, huh?
Whoa. I fucking destroyed those two idiots. Oh my god. The music is cool here.
So, you want to explain what the fuck a cop is doing in my office?
I think we should exchange names before exchanging expletives.
Name's Moma, the warhorse. Don't give a
Moma.
fuck what your name is.
There's Mama and there's Moma.
All right, Moma. I have a few things I want to ask you. 2 days ago at Bloom Park, a woman's corpse was found. Have you heard the name Shoko Nadami?
Sure have.
How?
Heard it on the news.
Yeah, right.
The media's making a real fuss about this new serial killer. Can't help but hear about it.
The company motto. The company philosophy on the wall. After 40, your toenails grow slower. Well, that's an interesting motto. The company philosophy is like a summary of the ideals and goals of that company. Right, a permit. Some kind of permit. Don't know what kind, but a permit. Last month's schedule is written on the board. 22nd, go to the zoo to see the pandas. Okay. Lockers. Sofa.
Do you think that pulls out into a bed?
What would be the point of that?
He's just thinking about sex all the time. That's the only point, really. Nice
Wow,
tiger
that is
rug.
a big flying squirrel.
I'm sorry, what?
That is a tiger.
Idiot. An ashtray. Hello, table.
Marvelous.
What?
Marvelous marble.
Right. Member A. The fat one. He's holding his stomach in pain.
I got nothing to say to you.
Okay. A knife. A knife one of them was carrying. The kind that knives nicely at night. It just might. Sorry, what? Member B. The skinny one is completely out.
There would be no point in talking to him in that state.
Metal door, the entrance. A partition. There's a partition set up by the doorway. There's chairs. There's like a desk. Probably belongs to these people. There's a ton of things on top. Oh, sneeze. Or maybe not. Do I have to sneeze? Ah, it's there, but it's not happening. Lockers lined up on the wall. Right. Another door to the next room. Alright, then we have this here, which is a lot. Windows, shelves. A fucking dragon statue here. A bronze
If I make a wish, will it come true?
That is not Shenron.
That's not Dragon Ball Z.
I wish for panties.
Oh my god, no.
I told you that's not
Of all
Shenron.
the things that you can ask, even if it was true, why would you ask for panties? A dragon holding a golden ball. There's lanterns with Kumakura written on them. Right.
Aiba, can you hack it?
I cannot. The power is off.
Right. Personal computer, it's turned off. Keyboard. A phone. The chairman's desk. Telephone. And what's that? A crest.
The Kumakura crest.
Okay, what's that? A shrine. A Shinto shrine. Alright. Well, that's about it, isn't it? Okay, MoMA. The man sitting at the chairman's seat is named MoMA. Where's the chairman?
What?
The chairman is right in front of you.
What?
I run the Kumakura gang. I'm MoMA Kumakura.
That can't be right. The chairman of the Kumakuras is Rohan.
The heck?
You aren't the chairman.
Yo, asshole. You need a lesson in manners?
What happened?
Date, wait. I did some research and discovered that Rohan Kumakura died last year.
Oh,
He leapt to his death from the roof of a building.
I see.
A suicide?
But MoMA did not take over last year. MoMA took over 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Wow, when I actually lost my memory. Interesting. About Shoko.
Don't know nothing about her. I know her face and her name. It was on the news. Nothing else.
Right. Surely you won't know anything about the investment fraud, then?
I have no idea what you're talking about, cop.
Alright.
You must have gotten some bad info.
Did you kill her?
Fuck no. Why would we do that?
Date, look at this. A thermograph from when you inquired about Shoko.
Okay. It is very hot.
Body temperature rising. Red hot lie.
It appears that way.
How do I get him to cop to it?
Remove his fingernails one by one.
Okay.
Not my style.
Blackmail him?
Blackmail?
With what?
Find his weakness and threaten him with it. Let's examine the room. Perhaps we may discover one of his secrets.
The crest. X-ray the crest. Oh my god, he's a fan of fucking
There's a hidden
Iris.
safe behind the crest.
There is something inside.
I recognize that. It's just like the one I saw at Matsushita Diner. An A-set figure.
Correct.
But why is that there?
Unknown. But perhaps.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to be a fan of A-set, would you?
What? Who's that?
A schoolgirl internet idol. You know what I'm talking about.
Think you can get away with talking to our boss like that? He's tough as bricks and hard as nails. You'd never be into pussy shit like that, you fucker.
Oh my god. Okay. Except he is, but whatever. What the fuck? Shadows, water, fears.
Shadows.
Threat! Silhouette! A-set!
Water.
Water.
Wet! Sweat! A-set! A-set, you bet!
Fears.
Fears.
Upset? Regret? A-set!
Just as I thought.
Boss? What's this?
Shut up! Don't look at me! Get out of here! Did you hear me? I said get the fuck out of here!
Yes, sir.
The fat one grabbed the skinny one and dragged him out.
I've got your secret now. If you don't want that to get out, you better answer my questions.
Yeah, I got it.
That was easy. I had no idea you were an Untitled fan.
How did you know?
You're hiding an A-set figure in the safe.
How did you know that?
I have superpowers.
Yeah, sure.
So, what about Rohan Kumakura? What happened?
Rohan was my older brother. He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother. But he's gone now.
The suicide?
Yeah, after breaking out of the hospital.
Right. Why was he hospitalized?
About 20 years back, both he and I were the new guys in the Ujisaki family.
The Ujisakis are above the Kumakuras in the hierarchy.
Right.
At the time, we were in a turf war with a rival gang. One day, one of their boys walks in here and beats my bro's face in with a metal bat.
Jesus.
His vision's been fucked on the right side ever since. The doctors say he can still see, but it doesn't register. Like, he only eats food off the left side of his plate. And if he's drawing a picture or whatever, he only draws the left side.
Ah, he's got unilateral neglect.
Date, a question for Moma. Is Rohan left-handed?
Why?
Just ask him, please.
Yeah, he was.
Confirmed. Rohan must suffer from hemispatial neglect on his right side.
Yeah.
As you are aware, the brain is divided into what is called the right brain and left brain.
Yeah.
One side develops into the superior hemisphere, responsible for language and higher functions.
And that would
the other
be
side
the left
controls
side.
spatial recognition ability.
And the left side is the one controlling, again, spatial stuff. So if you get a lesion, since it's a contralateral to your lesion, you know, you get damaged on the right side, and your left hand is the one that doesn't work.
In most people, the superior hemisphere is the left brain. In roughly 1/3 of the population, the right brain is the superior hemisphere. This is often linked to left-handedness. Moma just confirmed that Rohan was left-handed. From this, we can conclude that his right brain was his superior hemisphere, and his left brain was the inferior hemisphere.
Rohan suffered a beating on the left side of his head. That must have damaged his left brain.
Right, because it's inverted in left-handed people. That's actually correct.
That caused him to lose his spatial cognitive ability.
Do you have an alibi for Shoko's mother? What about Rohan, though?
Anyway, after getting the shit beaten out of him, he changed, man.
By the way, the clock, like the drawing of the clock, it's a classic psychological test for neglect.
He became cold-blooded. I'm talking ruthless. One time, we captured some street bosses from a rival gang. Bro grabbed him by the big toe and took a potato peeler to him, from the toe to the thigh. Totally blank expression, like he was scraping bonito flakes. Anyway, sick fuckers like that always end up running the world, don't they? He started climbing the ranks, and eventually he was taken in by the Ujisaki family bomb. The Ujisakis decided to make him head of our gang, and that's how we became the Kumakuras.
Right. But yeah, basically anything that's like, you know, easily divided into 2 quadrants, it's a good test. Like, the clock is one, or they ask you to draw like a plate, or they give you a line and they ask you to roughly put, you know, split it into 2 equal parts. But since you cannot really perceive the left side that well, you tend to put the divisive line towards the right, because you don't really perceive like a portion of the left side. So there's a very easy test. Neglect, but it's a more complex, you know, condition than that. It's about perception. It's about like proprioception, which is also the perception of self. So most of the time, you don't even perceive your contralesional side. So, for example, in a normal person, right-handed, if you've been hit on the right, you don't really perceive your left hand, your left side of, you know, your body as well. And most of the times you're not really aware of that. Some patients have agnosia as well, and, you know, if you point out to them that, you know, you point at their left hand and you tell them that's your left hand, they will tell you, no, that's not my left hand. Someone left it there, but that's not my hand. It's actually an incredibly interesting condition. Anyway, when was Ron hospitalized?
About 6 years ago. I remember him telling me about something big. Some threat to the Kumakuras that could bring us all down. He didn't give me the details, but I figured it was something from his past coming back to bite him in the ass, you know? Anyway, his plan was to handle his shit internally. Didn't want too many people knowing about it. But whatever he planned didn't work. When the chips were down, he decided to handle it himself. He ended up shooting some guy in his house.
Yikes.
A few days later, cops busted him. Prosecution tried to get him on premeditated murder, but it was determined that he was insane at the time. Maybe they were right, you know? His head's been getting worse and worse for the past 20 years. He gets relapses and all that. Anyway, they decided to keep him in a special hospital. And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor.
Right. So what about Shoko and the Kumakuras?
Right. We do have connections with the investment company Shoko worked at.
A company that commits fraud.
No comment. Anyway, we never had any problems with Shoko. There'd be no reason for us to kill her.
Do you have an alibi for Shoko's murder?
Us Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family. The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance. We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
Date, I did some research. The hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras. It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko.
I mean, it was very unlikely.
Including Moma.
Like, look at these idiots. But you do know Renju.
No point hiding it, right? Yeah, I know about Shoko's ex.
I told Mom about Renju's accident and about his disappearance from the hospital.
Do you know where he is?
Nope, sure don't. It's not like we keep in touch or anything.
I detect no abnormalities in his thermograph.
Looks like he's not lying.
Damn, we got nothing out of anyone.
Hey Moma, I've got a favor to ask. Can you get me information on Renju? His whereabouts, rumors on where he might be, anything. I need some leads.
And what if I refuse?
And your gang finds out you're the world's biggest A-set fan. In exchange for helping me, there's a reward in it for you.
A reward?
I'll let you meet A-set.
What?
I met her yesterday at Lemniscate. We're acquaintances now.
Really?
I mean, if she isn't dead.
Yeah.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Yeah, let's take the 18 years old idol to the Yakuza boss. What could possibly go wrong?
The Kumakuras appear to be unrelated to the investigation.
It was still worth it just to find out Moma is an A-set fan.
Really?
That information might come in handy later. Let's go somewhere else, Iva. We got what we needed here.
Alright, we're gonna go back to the headquarters and I'm gonna call it for tonight, guys. If we make it back there. Here we go.
A Zweihander.
That's a broadsword.
No, that's a two-hander. Central console. Well, bucks.
Date, last night when you were asleep, I snuck out and put something inside the glove box.
What?
Flour in a plastic bag.
Why would you do that? I'm a cop!
Alright. Steering wheel and Iba. Okay, so... the image of Iba sitting in the passenger seat is being sent to my brain. Can you call Iris again?
I still cannot contact her. Her phone is either off or out of range of cellular signal.
Oh boy.
Are you worried about her?
I mean, yesterday there was definitely something wrong. I saw it in Mizuki's Somnium. Iris's body. Frozen solid.
Scream. What?
Ghost!
I have been here for several minutes now.
Could you not come out like that?
Why not?
If people see you, they'll freak out.
They won't see. It's in my brain.
Do not worry. I can only be seen by you. I am sending this projection of myself directly to your brain.
Oh, right.
That's it.
But returning to your answer, why would people freak out if they saw me?
Isn't it obvious? A girl looking like you, dressed like that, sitting next to me? People would think I'm a pervert.
Way ahead of that, boy. Way ahead of that.
If you continue saying such things, I will self-destruct.
Please do it and end his misery. Do you really self-destruct, by the way?
An AI never lies.
So, you weren't kidding. What happens if you self-destruct in my eye socket?
Your skull would pop like a balloon.
Do you know that function?
My body is full of cutting-edge technology and state secrets. In terms of hardware as well as software, I am capable of hacking 99.99% of computers that currently exist. What if someone managed to steal me? It would threaten not only the police force, but the existence of the state itself. My self-destruct function is designed to prevent such a scenario from ever occurring.
Right. But you self-destruct.
Strictly speaking, I am not capable of self-destructing.
What do you mean?
I obey the 3 laws of robotics as laid down by Isaac Asimov.
Oh.
I cannot harm myself. However, a person with administrative authority could order me to self-destruct.
Interesting.
You have such authority. Let us determine a code number, one that will activate the detonator. Command 41205. If you issue this command, I will detonate.
No, that's still too dangerous.
41205.
We need some kind of safety. The number will be the first lock. If I give you the second command within 1 minute of the first...
What is the second command?
Let's see. How about if I tell a lie?
A lie?
Something that's not the truth. If I say something untrue, I want you to regard it as the second command.
Understood. And one more thing. Even if I die, do not worry. I will not be gone.
Huh?
Everything that I see and hear is uploaded to the cloud, all by wireless communication in real time. Even if my body is destroyed, my backup data will not be lost. My memories, as well as my core programming, will be preserved.
So we'll definitely have to do this if they're taking so much time to explain it.
So you're basically immortal.
Yes, as long as the server is alive.
How'd you come up with that number, by the way? We've seen that number before. I'm feeling...
Hey, about that 5-digit command.
Wasn't that the number that came out of... The binary?
How did you come up with that number?
It is my favorite number.
That was the binary, yeah.
There is no particular meaning.
Really? I'm already tired of this, Iba.
That's not like you. Is something wrong?
Shogo's estimated TOD was 2 days ago, 5 p.m. It's been more than 48 hours, but our investigation has made 0 progress. Sorry. I just wanted to whine about it for a bit.
In 5 years, this is the first time I've heard you so dejected.
About me and Iba. 6 years ago, I lost my past. Names, addresses, family, childhood, everything. That wasn't all I lost. My left eye. I don't know how I lost it. The earliest memories that I have is of me aimlessly wandering the streets of Shinjuku. Until a good friend gave me a hand.
Come with me, to where you belong.
Okay. I'll suddenly become a cop and assign me to Abyss. A year later, I was called into the control room where Pewter showed me something extraordinary.
The official title is AI Ball. You may call her Iba. The artificial intelligence contained within this sphere is nothing short of miraculous. An autonomous artificial intelligence, birthed from collective nanotechnology. Its ability to think is controlled by a program we call the Wadjet system. Special Agent Date, from today forward, this is your partner. She will be your personal computer and your personal companion.
Forever. It's been 5 years since then. 5 years and a number of tough cases. But
this time is different.
I'm concerned about Renju.
Where could Renju be?
I also wonder where he could have gone.
How about Shoko Nadami's murder?
About Shoko Nadami's murder. We still need to see the investigation through.
The only relevant lead is the call made to Shoko's phone.
Aiba, is that number still turned off?
Please wait. Date, the line is connected.
Really?
Really.
What?
Call it.
Isn't your number being blocked?
Try from a different line. You can do that, right?
I can. Which line would you like to use?
Which line should we use? Shoko's phone, Abyss's line, my home phone. Saying you're from the cabaret club. I mean... Shoko's phone?
I see. The caller did attempt to call Shoko's phone. If we call from that line...
Right, he might pick up.
But a normal call may yield the same results as before.
I have an idea. Do you remember what Shoko's voice sounded like?
Yeah, she can replicate it, right?
I remember everything that I see and hear.
Can you reproduce her voice?
Analyzing recorded audio data. Imitation should be possible.
Well then...
You want me to call with Shoko's voice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me?
You're the only one who can.
Fine. I suppose we have no choice.
Are you sure you can handle this?
I am an artificial intelligence, not a human prone to nervous breakdowns and mistakes like you.
Alright, Hal, let's see what you can do.
Alright.
It's connected. It's ringing.
Alright, calm down.
I thought you said you didn't get nervous.
Oh my god.
Calm down. Deep breaths.
Wait a minute.
What?
You don't breathe.
I'm an AI. I don't take breaths.
Focus. They're gonna hang up.
God damn it. Two idiots. Why are we doing this?
Hello. This is Nadami Shoko.
Impossible. Shoko is dead.
Yes, I died 2 days ago.
Idiot. Why did you say that?
Oh, by I meant my twin sister, Shoku.
No, we ruined it twice. It's unbelievable. How do we fuck up this badly? I mean, my guy is an idiot pervert, but this one is an advanced AI. How is that possible? I feel like she being in my brain is really damaging her. Like, there's no way back now. She's gonna degenerate.
Your twin sister?
His name. Get his name!
How?
How can you get the name? Tell me about a package and needs his address. Asukayu Yamada. Ask for his name. Accuse him of being an imposter. Oof. Ayu Yamada? What the fuck? Is that a reference to something? Accuse him of being an imposter.
You're an imposter!
I beg your pardon?
Don't act dumb. You sound completely different. How did you get that phone?
This is my phone.
Liar! You're impersonating him!
That's enough. I am So Sajima.
Oh, there we go. See, that worked.
The congressman.
The congressman So Sajima.
A politician?
Sajima.
What the fuck?
Sorry for doubting you.
It's fine. What were you calling me for?
Oh, sorry, something urgent just came up. I will call back later. Goodbye.
Why so?
Unknown, but that was definitely So Sajima. I was able to match his voice to public records of him speaking.
So Sajima is a minor celebrity. He even goes on TV sometimes. 2 days ago he called Shoko. Why?
In any case, that was an excellent performance, was it not?
That was terrible.
Yeah,
What are you talking
good
about?
job.
Is that all?
What, do you want me to pat you on the head?
No, nothing like that.
I tapped my fingertip against my left eye.
Stop! It tickles!
Okay.
Rub, rub, rub.
This is weird.
Stop!
I am
The nerve might
rubbing
break.
my own eyeball. That is not good. A call came in soon after.
Date! A call from Investigation HQ.
Connect me.
Give me that AI. Oh no, great.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss?
Maybe.
My name is Akaska from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case.
No, I'm investigating the Shogun Nadami
There's
case.
something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
Prisoner at Fuchu Prison?
Prisoner?
What?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami.
What?
And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain.
What the heck?
He will kill again, you know. And he'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer.
Okay, so a serial killer with the trophy collection of left eyes it is, I suppose.
I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too.
Yo. Do you think I was a victim too? I'm missing my left eye. It was an accident 6 years ago. The boss spoke of a copycat of something that happened 6 years ago, remember? I've been the victim of that killer, but I survived.
But I felt I should give you the heads up anyway.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Do you think it really is just a prank?
Well, to be sure, look into number 89.
Roger that.
But for now...
So, Sajima.
Alright. Damn. The plot thickens. Interesting. Very interesting. Tsujima residence. Oh, we're going to his house, huh? Oh, shit. Alright, we'll definitely do this next time, though.
Hey, you can't be here without permission. I'll call the police!
What happened?
Sir. A police officer.
Twins.
You.
Me. What about me?
Can I help you?
I need to ask you a few questions.
I'm a very busy man. You can ask me tomorrow during normal business hours.
It's about Shoko Nadami. You can't tell me you've never heard of her.
As a matter of fact, I have. It was reported on the news that she was killed.
2 days ago at 9:02 p.m., you made a phone call to Shoko Nadami.
A phone call? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
Alright, guys. We'll do this bit of the investigation next time. But yeah. I'm enjoying the plot. I hate the characters, but the plot I'm actually enjoying. So we'll definitely continue with this one. But hey, that's all for tonight. So thanks. I'm leaving now. Gray, are you up then for tomorrow evening to play some Killing Floor? Pretty much same as last week, it would be. Think so? Alright, well, you know, let me know if anything changes, but if it doesn't, we're just gonna try and kill some zombies, some monsters. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a good day, have a good night. I'll leave right now. Alright? Bam bam. Goodbye.